Capitals score. It's Sam Capel. The toe drag shot. Score! Wager now to Nevers, who scores. Jackson Nevers. Ravanov up top and Joe Brink. Far side score. Second of the night for Finn Brink. Demoe in the high slot. Now Cowan. Backdoor feed. And the Capitals score. It's Aiden Long. Now Eulenkamp back the other way for the Capitals. On a breakaway. He scored. For the Capitals. Jameson in the slot. Scored! Scores! 9-2 Caps lead.
And now, let's send it out to the arena with the voice of the Capitals, Drew Steele.
Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome to Bob Sooners Legacy 20 Arena here in Middleton, Wisconsin for Game 4 of the Eastern Conference semifinal between your Madison Capitals and the visiting Dubuque Fighting Saints. Coming up in pregame, we'll talk with the head coach and general manager of your Madison Capitals, Andy Brandt. We'll take a look at tonight's lineups and starting lineups, as well as your medical report. And it's all here on the Capitals Broadcast Network, powered by our friends at Marian University. Marian University is where your career starts with exceptional faculty, lifelong learning, and an engaging, supportive environment. Marian offers a chance to explore your dreams and uncover new interests. Begin your Marian adventure today to connect to a future full of possibilities. Visit marianuniversity.edu to learn more. Madison, it's a do-or-die game for the Caps tonight as Madison fell last night by a score of 4-2. Let's go through last night's Texas Roadhouse scoring summary, taking great pride in every plate they serve every time. Legendary food, legendary service, Texas Roadhouse. Gavin Eulenkamp got the scoring started, 7:59 into period number 1. Takes it beneath the goal line, brings Mackey with him. Mackey far side, shot, scored! Gavin Eulenkamp gives Madison the 1-0 lead. 7:59 into period number 1. That's Eulenkamp's second of the postseason from Long and Capel. Put Madison up 1-0 through our first period of play. Early on in the second, Colin Frank tied it at 1 aside, 3:13 into the second unassisted. Madison had the answer to that, though. Riker Lee, his third of the playoffs from Stout and Moe. Cycles it up the far side wall there for it, Stout. Stout down low for Lee as Brink fresh out the bench. Doesn't use him. Riker Lee gives Madison a lead back, 2-1. That goal coming at 4:31. Lee's third of the playoffs. That goal coming at 4:31 of period number 2. Put Madison up 2-1 as that would be the last goal Madison was able to find the back of the net on last night as Morello on the power play from Ruohonen and Desiderio answered things to enter intermission number 2 tied at 2. Cooper Dennis and Heike Ruohonen had the answers in the third to give the Saints the 2-1 lead in this series as we move into tonight's contest. Do or die for Madison, as elsewhere in the USHL last night, Waterloo improved to 2-1 over Sioux Falls with a 6-2 victory last night. They have a chance to close out on the Stampede tonight. 2-0 Lincoln finishes the sweep of Sioux City last night as well. Do or die everywhere in the USHL tonight. Youngstown is on the ropes against Muskegon, the 4 seed, prone to upset the 1 seed here in the Eastern Conference. Here this evening, that game gets underway 5 minutes after ours, 6:10 Central Time on the start there in Muskegon. Sioux Falls on the ropes as well. They travel to Waterloo, 6:35 puck drop there at Young Arena. We're going to send it to break. When we come back, we'll get through your starting lineups. It's Capitals hockey on the Capitals Broadcast Network.
For 35 years, Ameriprint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriprinTapparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our team will get to work and make your custom products a reality. Ameriprint Apparel, your logos, done right, done local.
Looking for heart-pounding action and family-friendly fun? Look no further than the Madison Capitals. From bone-crushing hits to highlight reel goals, the Capitals bring the excitement of the USHL right here to Madison. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just looking for a night out, there's something for everyone. Get up close with the future stars of the NHL and experience the atmosphere at Bob Sooners Legacy 20 Arena. Bring your friends, bring your family, and make some unforgettable memories. Get your tickets at tickets.madcapshockey.com today because there's nothing like live hockey.
reasons to love Texas Roadhouse. Your journey begins with irresistible appetizers. Indulge in our fall of the bone ribs, so tender you won't need a knife. Savor every sip of our legendary margaritas, from tangy classics to fruity fusions. Every bite and every sip caters to your every craving. Texas Roadhouse, a legendary experience like no other.
And he scores!
Looking to catch all the Capitals action this season? Whether you're bringing your friends, family, or coworkers, our group tickets make for an unforgettable night of hockey. Want the VIP experience? Check out our private suites for the ultimate comfort and a great view of the game. Don't miss a second of the season. Grab a season ticket for the best seats and perks. Or, if flexibility is your game, our 10-ticket flex plan lets you choose when you want to be there. Call the Capitals ticket office today at 608-257-2277 and let's get you in the game.
Jan from Toyota here. Feeling cooped up from winter? Well, now until March 31st is the perfect time for a new Toyota, like Camry, Grand Highlander, and more. So you can get back out there and do the things you love, like hitching up the boat to a tundra for a lake day.
I haven't water skied in a long time.
Live out your spring fantasies with a new Toyota. Come in today.
Go from dreaming it to driving it. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
You want subs made with high-quality meats and cheeses? You go to Jersey Mike's. You want high-quality radio ideas? You go to me, like this. I'm an astronaut on a mission to find water on the moon. But because I'm a genius, I realize that what humanity actually needs in space is high-quality meats and cheeses from Jersey Mike's. Now to figure out how to remove the helmet and eat the sub without my head exploding. Here goes nothing. Always high-quality meats and cheeses. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Back here on the pregame show, let's get into tonight's medical report brought to you by Orthopedic and Spine Centers of Wisconsin. The physicians at Orthopedic and Spine Centers of Wisconsin have been treating patients throughout Madison and surrounding regions for over 2 decades. Comprehensive orthopedic experts with customized treatment plans. Call or schedule online today. Out of the lineup tonight for the Capitals, Nolan Gerdes, Alex Lunsky due to injury, Landon McDonald due to injury, Max Ryder and Aiden Shirey due to injury. For the Fighting Saints on the lineup, Jan Spunar, Nick Desiderio, Torkel Jennershow, Gavin Locke, and Xavier Lieb. Let's take a look at tonight's lineups. First, starting with the visiting Fighting Saints. Heikki Ruohonen centers Michael Barron and Josh Giuliani on line 1. Spicer centers Van Vliet and Dennis on line 2. Morello centers Cornforth and Frank on the 3rd line. And Aaron centers Ekman and Merrill on the 4th line. On the back end, it's Desiderio and Niedermeyer on pair 1. Kostadinsky and Barnhill on pair 2. Mackey and Engel on the 3rd pair. And Dryden Allen and Luke Malbeuf serve as the extra defensemen for the Fighting Saints this evening. Liam Bierman gets the start in goal. Kyle Osgun will be backing him up. On the other side for Madison, it's Moe centering Brink and Lee, Capel centering Long and Eulenkamp on line 2, Barabanov centering Johnson and Cowan on the 3rd line. Ian Scherzer will center Drew Waterfield and Jackson Nevers on the 4th line, and Brendan Ty is the extra forward tonight for the Capitals. On the back end, it's Stout and Moline on pair 1, Michelle and Coasia on pair 2, Jameson and Brooks on pair 3, and Ronan Buckberger, the extra defenseman tonight for the Capitals. Heil is the starting goaltender with A.J. White as the backup tonight. Let's get to tonight's starting lineup presented by our friends at Bergstrom Automotive. Bergstrom Automotive is Wisconsin's largest automotive marketplace with upfront pricing on new and used cars for sale. Stop by one of Bergstrom's locations throughout the state to explore the new, used, and certified pre-owned vehicles for sale. Cole Spicer, Lucas Van Vliet, and Cooper Dennis get the start up front. Kristen Kostadinsky and Sean Barnhill on the back end, and Liam Bierman in goal. Bierman 2-1 in this playoff series with a .945 goals or save percentage and a .135 save percentage to his name. For the Capitals tonight, it's Capel, Long, and Eulenkamp up front. Stout and Moline on the back end, and Caleb Heil gets the start in goal. 3-2 in the playoffs. A .311 goals against average and an .888 save percentage to his name. Capitals hockey. We'll be right back after this, and we'll be joined by the head coach and general manager of your Capitals, Andy Brandt. You're listening to the Capitals pregame show.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues,
ready,
future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Monk's Bar and Grill doesn't monkey around with great taste. Our menu will have you swinging from amazing appetizers to mouth-watering meals. One bite of our legendary Monk's Burger will make you go bananas. Okay, I'll stop with all the monkey puns. Besides, my food just arrived, and I can't eat and narrate at the same time. Climb on up to Monk's Bar and Grill today. Okay, I promise that's the last monkey pun.
Hey Caps fans, want to stay connected with your Madison Capitals all season long? Follow us on social media for behind-the-scenes access, live game updates, exclusive player content, and so much more. We're on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok, so whether you want to see jaw-dropping highlights, get the latest team news, or even score special deals, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment of the action. Follow the Capitals at Mad Caps Hockey today. That's at Mad Caps Hockey, your front row seat for everything Capitals.
Reasons to love Texas Roadhouse. Your journey begins with irresistible appetizers. Indulge in our fall of the bone ribs, so tender you won't need a knife. Savor every sip of our legendary margaritas, from tangy classics to fruity fusions. Every bite and every sip caters to your every craving. Texas Roadhouse, a legendary experience like no other.
Looking for heart-pounding action and family-friendly fun? Look no further than the Madison Capitals. From bone-crushing hits to highlight reel goals, the Capitals bring the excitement of the USHL right here to Madison. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just looking for a night out, there's something for everyone. Get up close with the future stars of the NHL and experience the atmosphere at Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena. Bring your friends, bring your family, and make some unforgettable memories. Get your tickets at tickets.madcapshockey.com today, because there's nothing like live hockey.
For 35 years, Ameriprint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriprinTapparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our team will get to work and make your custom products a reality. Ameriprint Apparel, your logos, done right, done local.
We're joined by the head coach and general manager of the Madison Capitals, Andy Branta. Had a Game 4 tonight. Madison Capitals and Dubuque Fighting Saints. Coach, last night, Caps get out to a hot start, outshoot the Saints 14-4 in that first period. Lead after 1-0. After the game, though, obviously Dubuque comes away with the victory. What did you see in last night's game?
I liked our start. You mentioned the first period. We came out, we were pretty simple, put pucks in behind them, made some plays. Second period's been a little bit of a problem for us. After break, we just haven't been able to sustain what we've set up in the first period. And then the third, I thought we just kind of lost our patience a little bit, and they made a play. So little things matter this time of year, and they're a good enough team to capitalize on small mistakes, and they did that. So obviously we look to re-rack and come out much like we did last night in the first.
Fourth line looks a bit different tonight. Drew Waterfield made his playoff debut last night, stays in the lineup. Nevers returns from suspension. What did you see from Watts, and how nice is it to have Nevs back in the lineup?
Yeah, I thought Watts was moving, skating, played with pace, had a positive impact in the game, and we need that out of him on a nightly basis, along with some physicality. I think Nevs adds a little bit of the same, just in terms of pace and energy and, different ways he can impact the game, whether it be with physicality or maybe chatting it up with some guys. So it's nice to have energy back in the lineup. Obviously, discipline will be important, though, as well.
Game 4 tonight, Capitals look to force a Game 5. What will it take to do that, from your opinion?
Well, I think we just got to stay patient in what we're doing. We've had success at times this year because we play simple and hard and manage the game, and I think the same applies here. So just talking about what we've learned, throughout the season and what's made us good and what we need to get back to is we need to have an identity as a team. And we certainly had it at times in the first 3 games, but we need to add the consistency piece to our identity in order to come out on the right side.
That was head coach and general manager of the Madison Capitals, Andy Brandt. Puck drop right after this.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready, future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
And he scores!
Looking to catch all the Capitals action this season? Whether you're bringing your friends, family, or coworkers, our group tickets make for an unforgettable night of hockey. Want the VIP experience? Check out our private suites for the ultimate comfort and a great view of the game. Don't miss a second of the season. Grab a season ticket for the best seats and perks. Or, if flexibility is your game, our 10-ticket flex plan lets you choose when you want to be there. Call the Capitals ticket office today at 608-257-2277 and let's get you in the game.
Monk's Bar and Grill doesn't monkey around with great taste. Our menu will have you swinging from amazing appetizers to mouth-watering meals. One bite of our legendary Monk's Burger will make you go bananas. Okay, I'll stop with all the monkey puns. Besides, my food just arrived, and I can't eat and narrate at the same time. Climb on up to Monk's Bar and Grill today. Okay, I promise that's the last monkey pun.
Hey Caps fans, want to stay connected with your Madison Capitals all season long? Follow us on social media for behind-the-scenes access, live game updates, exclusive player content, and so much more. We're on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok, so whether you want to see jaw-dropping highlights, get the latest team news, or even score special deals, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment of the action. Follow the Capitals at Mad Caps Hockey today. That's at Mad Caps Hockey, your front row seat for everything Capitals.
You want subs made with high-quality meats and cheeses? You go to Jersey Mike's. You want high-quality radio ideas? You go to me. Like this. I'm an astronaut on a mission to find water on the moon. But because I'm a genius, I realize that what humanity actually needs in space is high-quality meats and cheeses from Jersey Mike's. Now to figure out how to remove the helmet and eat the sub without my head exploding. Here goes nothing. Always high-quality meats and cheeses. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Reasons to love Texas Roadhouse. Your journey begins with irresistible appetizers. Indulge in our fall of the bone ribs. So tender, you won't need a knife. Savor every sip of our legendary margaritas. From tangy classics to fruity fusions. Every bite and every sip caters to your every craving. Texas Roadhouse, a legendary experience like no other.
It's a night for answers, a night for urgency, a night when the stakes rise and the margin shrinks. From just outside Wisconsin's capital city, welcome to Game 4 of the Eastern Conference semifinals, the Dubuque Fighting Saints and your Madison Capitals. The Saints skated into town and stole the swing game to take a 2-1 series lead last night, tilting the balance and tightening the pressure for the Caps. Now it's Madison with the backs a little closer to the wall, the crowd a little louder, and the mission crystal clear. Survive tonight to force a Game 5 back in Dubuque. Dubuque with their chance to clinch a berth into the Eastern Conference Final. For the Capitals, it's a call to arms in front of the faithful home crowd. Will it be extended or will it be ended? We'll know in a little bit. Underway here in Middleton is up the near side wall. Madison plays out to neutral ice. On the puck there is the goal scorer from yesterday's game, Gavin Eulenkamp. He plays down into the offensive zone. Capel bodied off the puck by Kostadinski. And on the near side, Dubuque out to neutral ice into the offensive zone, sent down in deep by Spicer. Rings off the wall on the near side. Van Vliet tries to clear. And set on the far side, the Capitals just poke it out to neutral ice on the stick, that time of Dexter Brooks. Sent back down in deep by the Fighting Saints. Welcome to the broadcast booth here in Middleton. Drew Steele here on the call for the Capitals Broadcast Network. Madison here in this one trying to survive and extend this series. Playoff hockey here in Middleton. I'll be the one captaining the ship going through your ear ocean tonight as a face-off upcoming in the offensive zone for the Capitals. Face-off will be on the far side to the left of Liam Bierman in goal. Bierman 2-1 in this series. A near 1 goals against average and a near 9.5 save percentage. They couldn't ask more out of their goaltender, could the Saints, early on in this series. And the Capitals, of course, would love to change that early on tonight and get out to a hot start. Talking with head coach and general manager Andy Brandt in the pregame show. That was a big part of his message. This one all the way down, icing on the Saints. A minute 15 into period number 1. Tonight's referees is assigned by the United States Hockey League. William Fraser and Nate Kazari, Gustav Aaron, and Luke Gagnon on the lines. Rather, it's Gagnon and Stork on the refereeing duty. Klitschko and Lamoureux on the lines. That was last night's chart I had in front of me as a face-off on the far side to the left of Bierman in goal once again. Capitals third unit out there. A little bit of a mix-up from games 1 and 2. Same third line as last night, but not the same third line you saw down the stretch of the third period last night. Diego Johnson sat out much of that third period. Drew Waterfield taking his place. Johnny plays up to neutral ice, but that's where Niedermeyer and the Saints send it back down into the offensive zone. A minute and a half into this first period of play, still nothing on the scoreboard. Game 5 upcoming on Thursday if Madison were able to win. Of course, Dubuque would look to end the series as they send it down into the offensive zone. Mackey ties the body up, comes away with possession on the far side. Pinching down there was Jamison for Madison. Up against the wall, poked free by the Saints on the near side. They clear out to neutral ice. Angle to the far side, now Frank. Frank trying to feed it back, instead it goes beneath the goal line. Frank scored the first goal on a net front scramble for the Saints yesterday. Mackey plays down into the corner. There for it for the Capitals. Nevers back in the lineup after sitting out of yesterday's game due to suspension into the offensive zone. Come Madison, but it's turned over as Morello back the other way. Morello to the middle for Cornforth. Cornforth has it poked off of his stick. And on the far side, Madison back on possession there. Cornforth for the Capitals out to neutral ice. Go the Caps, but right back in come the Fighting Saints. They'll go get a couple of changes. 2.5 into this first period of play. Zeros on the scoreboard on both sides as Madison will play down in deep. Icing on Madison upcoming, but Bierman goes to play. I think Bierman realized that his team could get possession up that far side wall. The stick that time of Dexter Brooks breaks along the far side. Brooks will get a new twig as Dubuque enters the offensive zone. They chase back after it. Does Charlie Michaud. Michaud plays up the near side wall, has Aiden Long there, and the Capitals able to clear. Long, far side, there for it. Brooks jumps around a body check of Dryden Allen and sends it down in deep where Christian Kostadinsky fetches it for the Saints and starts back up ice. Near side, Teddy Merrill. One man to beat, it's Michaud, but Michaud got a stick on it. Back, though, for Charlie Aaron, who's buried up into the wall. Chance out front for the Saints goes by the wayside. And on the far side, Madison kicks it out to neutral ice. Therefore, at Eulenkamp up ahead, now Long into the offensive zone. Long throws on the brakes, his shot ramps up into the window up high. Mo puts some heavy pressure on down in deep for Madison, but up the near side wall, it comes to neutral ice. John Stout sands it over to that far side wall, and down in deep, Finn Brink there for Madison to send it down in. Turnover forced, Brink out front, a chance kicked away by Bierman. A big chance early from Madison as Austin Moline slows down or rushes. Finn Brink was behind the defense. Offside the Capitals would have been as Riker Lee got buried along the far side wall by Heikki Ruohonen. Lee plays down in deep now. Bierman back for it. Just north of 4 minutes into period number 1. All square, 0 aside. Madison got on the scoreboard first in all 3 of the first 3 games of this series. As Moline back for it for Madison. They'll spin off the Barron stick check and play over to the near side wall for John Stout, the plus-minus king in the USHL. Johnson back for Barabanov, down in deep after the Capitals turn it over as Moline up that far side wall for Cowan. Cowan plays to the middle for Stout. Stout up ahead there for Cowan again as down in deep. It's sent by Diego Johnson. Cowan puts some heavy pressure in on Desiderio. Desiderio has it poked off his stick. as the Saints still able to recover and out to neutral ice. Come Dubuque. Far side, Spicer plays down in deep. Hustling after it for the Caps is Colton Jamieson. Played along that far side wall and taken over by Madison. Johnson deflects that one down in. No icing as Angle backtracks for the Saints and transitions through neutral ice to Van Vliet. Van Vliet up that far side wall. Pokes the stick of Jamieson, and Jamieson loses his feet in the moment. Up top it goes to the line. Mackey unable to hold. North of 5 minutes into period number 1. We're scoreless here in Middleton. Van Vliet, far side for the former Capital, James Mackey. Mackey lifts his stick along the way. In the corner, Jack Kawaja back for Madison. Tangled up by Mackey, and the Capitals pick up on the far side wall. It's Jackson Nevers, like I mentioned, out of Game 3 due to suspension. Miscommunication between Kawaja and Jamieson allowed the Saints possession beneath the goal line. Cornforth loses his twig, barks at the referee. He's not going to get a call as Madison at neutral ice on it. Nevers will play down in. No icing on the play. A broken stick in that area over there is kind of slowed up the dump in as Madison trying to force a turnover at neutral ice. Instead, Morello starts things into the offensive zone. Cornforth plays down in deep. Caleb Heil will retreat to his cage. Rings it around the wall on the near side, retrieving it. Aiden Long. Barnhill will hold the line, though. Down in deep. It's played by the defenseman from Arizona on the near side. Madison able to get it by him. No icing as Charlie Aaron back for it inside the defensive zone for the Saints. Far side, Kostadinsky. Near side now on it, Barnhill. Barnhill back to Frank. Frank up ahead now into the offensive zone on the stick of Ekman. Ekman cuts to the middle. Shot, blocker saved by Heil. He holds on for a whistle. 13:34 to go here in period number 1. Nothing on the scoreboard to this point as a face-off will be in the defensive zone for the Capitals. Madison took game 1 3-0, but a 6-1 win in game 2 for the Saints and a 4-2 win for the Saints in game 3 have Madison on the ropes. A do-or-die game for the Caps. An elimination game. Madison 0-1 in elimination games last season as Heil plays that one into the corner on the far side. Madison won game 1 last year against Youngstown in the first round. The Phantoms able to battle back and win games 2 and 3 as they traveled then to Dubuque, and Dubuque took down the Phantoms in the next round as the puck poked up against the wall on that far side. Stout, Moe in the area for Madison. Barron has to go for a change as the puck played to the line. Near side on it. Shot from the top goes wide. Niedermeyer played towards the net, and now Madison back the other way. Brink has it go off of his foot. Now Moline into the offensive zone. Moline in the high slot. A shot goes off the head that time of the goaltender Bierman. Settled down for Ekman, who will just chip it out to neutral ice. Madison recovers there for a moment before Ekman keeps his legs churning and into the offensive zone. Ekman towards the goal, deflected by Brooks, so it never got on Caleb Heil. Brooksy plays to the far side out at neutral ice. Mackey gets tangled up with Riker Lee, but he'll play down in deep. 12.5 to go in this first period. Nothing on the scoreboard to this point as Madison at neutral ice plays up ahead. Moe had Brink behind him. Rather, that was Johnson hustling down after it. Johnson throws the body up into a player. Far side, Dubuque plays to neutral ice. Ekman plays down in deep. He'll go for a change as Heil settles it down. Dubuque would have been offsides, so they'll have to go touch up, and that allows some real estate for Madison to start up. Jamieson, near side, Barabanov. Barabanov into the offensive zone. Barabanov drops back in the feet of Cowan. Cowan with a shot that time right into a shin pad, and back the other way comes Spicer for the Saints. Spicer into the offensive zone, plays kitty corner to the near side. Jamieson off the window on the near side, able to get things out to neutral for Barabanov. Barabanov well offside the Capitals are. 11:43 to go in the first. Scoreless here in Middleton as the faceoff will be all the way back in the Capitals defensive end when we return here on the Capitals Broadcast Network.
Jan from Toyota here. Feeling cooped up from winter? Well, now until March 31st is the perfect time for a new Toyota, like Camry, Grand Highlander, and more. So you can get back out there and do the things you love, like hitching up the boat to a tundra for a lake day.
I haven't water skied in a long time.
Live out your spring fantasies with a new Toyota. Come in today.
Go from dreaming it to driving it. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Capitals hockey here on the Capitals Broadcast Network is powered by Marian University. Marian University is where your career starts with exceptional faculty, lifelong learning, and an engaging, supportive environment. Marian offers a chance to explore your dreams and uncover new interests. Begin your Marian adventure today and connect to a future full of possibilities. Visit marianuniversity.edu to learn more. Face-off in the defensive end for Madison after the intentional offside. 11:43 to go in the first. Scoreless here in Middleton, game 4 of a 5-game series. As a face-off to the right of Heil in goal. Face-off won back by Capel, played off the wall on that far side. Tied up there is Spicer. The Capitals try to get things out to neutral. Heil gets it up high and holds for a whistle. 11:36 to go here in this first period. Capitals 39-17, 5-1 this season, averaging 4 goals a game. In this series, though, it's half that, 2 goals a game for Madison through 3 games. For Dubuque, they're scoring at a rate of 3.33 goals a game. A 6-1 performance on game 2 really helped that out as Madison out to neutral ice. A bit too far in front of Aiden Long. It won't be icing as Malbeuf chips it up the near side wall. Capel down low, now out front. Eulenkamp shot, nice save by Bierman. He got a piece of it, enough of it to send it wide. On the near side, Long holds for Madison, at least for a moment. Malbeuf tries to keep things moving, but Long plays the body as Spicer backtracks over the defenseman in Dryden Allen. Allen, fresh off the bench, now James Mackey. Mackey surveys the field of play. Aiden Long puts some pressure on him, and Mackey starts up ice. Mackey, far side into the offensive zone. Comes the big defenseman near side, Van Vliet. Van Vliet up against the wall on the near side. Kicked around, it comes up top for Mackey. He's unable to hold. Under 11 to go in this first period of play. Nothing on the scoreboard to this point. Game 1, there was no scoring in periods 1 or 2. As Madison into the offensive zone. No icing on the play as Nevers the first to it. Nevers up against the wall, near side, poked back to him from Scherzer. Played up the wall in the feet that time, pops free for Waterfield. Waterfield plays to the line, Buckberger, far side, Kawaja, towards the goal, deflected wide. Bierman got a piece of it. Nevers played back down looking for Scherzer. Instead, he finds the defenseman there in Morello as Scherzer far side, Kawaja jumping up into the play. Kawaja's shot, kick save by Bierman, near side. Engel plays off the end wall, far side for Mackey out to neutral ice. Frank with a whole bunch of speed, beaten to it by Buckberger back in the defensive end. Bucky will leave over there for Mason Moe, and Moe gets it back to the defenseman as up ice now come the Capitals. Brink into the offensive zone, throws on the brakes, has a player far side, and Moe gets it to him, but it goes off the wall first. Moe back beneath the goal line, takes it up the wall, eventually plays back down into the corner for Lee. Lee looking for options, plays far side, Michaud shot, goes off the end wall actively. Moe had his stick lifted right at the wrong time as the Capitals have to regroup at neutral ice as the Saints were able to clear. Up the far side, past the halfway point, back 10.5 into this first period of play. Madison back into their offensive zone as Moe circles around neutral ice. Up that far side, gets it down in deep, but loses possession in the process. Heikki Ruohonen intercepted that. Now Riker Lee does the same to the Saints defense. Lee on the far side, spins back, looking for options, plays off the wall, Barabanov. Barabanov takes it up top, sends it towards the goal. Bierman was screened as Michaud now out front. Michaud takes it beneath the goal line. Leaves there, Barabanov, far side, looking for Johnny. Instead it comes out the other side. Giuliani able to get it out to neutral and into the offensive zone comes Heikki Ruohonen. His shot saved by Heil. Madison will clear up the far side wall out to neutral ice where Kostadinsky enters the zone, but it's given right back to Dexter Brooks. Madison will go get a couple of changes as that neutral Madison puts some pressure on. Far side Kostadinsky beaten to it by Barabanov. Barabanov looking for options, plays down into the corner for Cowan. Cowan tied up against the wall by the defenseman that's committed to Boston College. The Boston Bruins draft pick. It's played up the wall by Cowan. Rung down low near side. Capello puts some pressure on, but Barnhill wins the race to it at neutral ice. Jamison on it for Madison. He loses it. Barron has a player with him, and Aaron on the far side. Barron's shot blocked by Jamo. Nice recovery there. Out front, Merrill's shot kicked wide. Near side corner. Jamison ties up Merrill. Capitals clear to neutral. At least for a moment, it appeared that they were going to. Far side, Aaron wins the race to it. Coasia there to tie him up. Capel down low, Jamison loses it on the wall, pokes it up the wall, turned over. down there. It looked like it almost got caught on the wall as Jamison still on possession with 7.5 to go in this first period. Up the wall, Aiden Long. Long to the middle, far side now. Capel will hustle after it. Loses the race. Allen up ahead into the offensive zone. Merrill to the middle. Aaron unable to get to it. Spicer turns it over as Madison back the other way on the stick of Brendan Ty. Ty sent up into the wall by Merrill up the far side. Moline trips a player up. No call on the play as Madison back for it. Stout up that far side wall. Moline flutters it through the air. Kicked down by the Saints. Caps keep it moving forward for a moment. But that neutralized Scherzer on possession. Sidesteps Teddy Merrill and into the offensive zone comes Van Fleet. He loses it. Madison back the other way. Scherzer has Nevers with him into the offensive zone. Scherzer looking for a shooting lane. Sees one he likes. It goes wide. Spicer on the far side plays to the middle for Dennis. Dennis drops back for the defense, and now Van Vliet down in deep for the Saints. 6:45 to go in the first. Nothing on the scoreboard to show for either team as the Capitals will play it out of their defensive zone up that far side around James Mackey. Caps go get a handful of changes as Edison Engel starts up ice for the Saints. Up ahead into the offensive zone, it's Morello. In the near side corner, he takes it beneath the goal line. Morello up that far side, spins back down low for Dennis. Dennis bodied up by Moline, tied up there as Scherzer has it kicked free up the wall. Down beneath the goal line it goes. Morello out front for the Saints. He tries to play back to Mackey. Mackey on a different page as Bierman all the way back in his own defensive end. Will get things going for Dubuque, but it's turned over. Brink tries to play over to Moe. Instead, he takes it to the far side. Pops free for Moe again. A shot from a sharp angle. Karams out to the line for Michaud. Michaud down into the corner. Moe hopping after it. It's Angle, far side. Mackey out towards neutral ice. Buckberger holds for Madison as the Capitals unable to hold on the Saints' second attempt to clear the zone. Far side, Michaud sends it right into the skate of Cornforth all the way back where Michaud plays off the wall and sidesteps him. Up ice now comes Johnson for Madison. Johnson has his stick lifted by Frank. He ties Frank up in the process to his side work right out in front of the Capitals bench at center ice as Cornforth sends it down in deep. Heil back for the Capitals, settling things down. Plays over to the near side for Michaud as a couple of Saints players went for a change. Michaud far side, Buckberger. Buckberger up ahead for Liu, deflects it down in deep. Johnson puts some pressure on Niedermeyer, and he beats him to it in that far side corner. Pop free by Ruohonen. Heikki Ruohonen ahead, Barron. 5 minutes to go in this first period. Giuliani on the near side. Far side to the middle. Desiderio shot. Stopped. Rebound alive. Up in the air. Sent to the corner by Dexter Brooks, who will pick up there for Madison. Sends it up ahead for Cowan. To the middle now, Barabanov. Barabanov, far side, Cowan. Cowan up the wall, turns it over. Back the other way come the Saints as Ruohonen tangled up by a Caps player. Dug free by Long. Long as it poked off his stick into the corner. Barabanov holds. Barabanov plays down the wall for Long. Long powering his way towards the goal. Rebound alive. Caps scramble for it. Bierman hops on top of it. 4:27 to go in the first. Scoreless here in Middleton. Face off in the offensive zone upcoming. Fun one so far, back and forth. Ruohonen barking at the referee about something. Our referees for tonight's contest assigned by the United States Hockey League. Luke Gagnon and Luke Stork, a pair of Lukes with the orange armbands tonight. Face off in the offensive zone. Be on the near side to the right of Bierman in goal. Bierman, a .913, same percentage on the regular season, even better in the postseason, .945. Caleb Heil on the other end, an .896 in the regular season and .888 in the playoffs. Large part due to those 5 special team goals on Saturday night in Game 2, given up to the Saints. Capel and Aaron meet in the circle, tied up against the wall. Picked up by the Saints there, and they'll start up ice. Ekman through neutral, achieves the red line and sends that one down in deep where Caleb Heil grabs for the Capitals. Heil plays over to the far side, kicked down by Eulenkamp. To the middle it goes for Capel. Near side into the offensive zone, Long far side trying to find Eulenkamp. Instead it finds a stick of a Saints player, and out to neutral ice comes Merrill. Merrill chips it around John Stout. Stout plays the body, and that allows Moline some time and space back in the defensive zone. Up that far side, Eulenkamp backtracks. Stout now on it on the near side, plays up the wall for Long. Long deflects it up and out of play off the bucket of a Saints player. Faceoff will come out to neutral ice. 3:51 to go in the first, still scoreless here in Middleton. Capitals take advantage of matching lines here. Fourth line hops over the wall to match up against the Spicer unit. Spicer, Van Vliet, and Dennis. Spicer and Scherzer will meet at the faceoff dot. Scherzer, the Miami commit, will be conference foes with Cole Spicer, who's at Arizona State in the NCHC. Up the near side, Ty deflects it down in deep to negate icing. Engel hustles back after it for the Saints. Rung around the wall, far side, held in by Moline, but he turns it over. As that neutral ice, now come the Saints. Near side, Dennis with a whole bunch of speed. A shot goes wide the whole way, blocked by Stout. Far side, a shot from Spicer goes wide as well. Picked up in the corner by the Saints. Played back down low as Madison put some pressure on. Puck pops free to the far side. Two bodies hustle after it for Madison. James Mackey wins the race to it on that far side. Ties up Austin Moline, and that actually kind of works to the Capitals' favor as he was the only Saint in the area. Back there for it, Moline will just flutter it up above the Saints' defense out to neutral ice, but right back in comes Van Vliet for Dubuque. Van Vliet, far side, has his stick lifted, plays down low for Spicer, tries to find Dennis, doesn't, as the Capitals chip it out to neutral to go all the way down. I don't think it'll be icing as it caught up on an edge, so James Mackey grabs it as just about a wholesale change went for Madison. Up that far side wall, there for it, Van Vliet back to the middle now for Mackey. Mackey looks for options, plays to the far side for Engel. Desiderio, down in deep it goes. Hustling after it is Jet Kawasia. Kawasia there for Madison, plays up the near side wall for Brink. Brink at neutral ice, plays to Lee. Lee ahead there looking for Mason Moe. Instead it finds a Saints player as Barron into the offensive zone. Near side, Giuliani beaten to it by Jet Kawasia. Kawasia plays up the wall for Brink. Brink ahead looking for Moe. Instead it finds a Saints player, but the same thing back the other way is now Moe with a break back the other way. Mason Moe, a shot stopped along the way by Bierman. Brink holds the line at first for Madison, but instead it'll be a play down ice with icing waved off as Heil plays up the far side. Therefore at Riker Lee negates icing as Kostadinsky got a piece of it. Kostadinsky wins the race to the puck in the corner, ties up Riker and the puck there as well. To a side work beneath the goal line for the Capitals offensively. Under 2 to go in period number 1. Nothing on the scoreboard at this point as Lee kicks it around. It pops free for Moe on the near side. Moe plays up the wall, taken over by Giuliani. He'll achieve the red line and send it down in deep. No icing as Dexter Brooks goes and grabs it for Madison behind their own goal line. Michaud up the near side. Frank lifts the stick of Barabanov. A body laid there by Diego Johnson. Michaud plays up the wall into the offensive zone for Johnson. Johnson on that far side, a nice job by Cowan to grab it ahead for him. Cowan looking for options, now plays to the line for Brooks. Brooks sidesteps, gets it back. Cowan near side, Michaud. Michaud looks for a shooting lane, finds one he likes. Kicked wide. Johnson's going to have to go for a change as he loses his helmet. Barks at the linesman on the way. As on the near side, it's picked up by the Capitals. They'll take it out towards neutral ice. They hold the line. Far side, Aiden Long wins the race to it. Long tied up there by Colin Frank. He's about double Frank's size. But Frank and the Saints able to come away with possession somehow. Under a minute to go in the period. Offside are the Saints. 44.2 to go in this first period. Nothing on the scoreboard. As a faceoff will be opposite the Capitals bench. Outside the defensive zone. Bierman trying to get the attention of the linesman to bring the helmet to Diego Johnson. Johnson was barking at the referee. How does my helmet fall off if there's not a penalty? We saw the same thing back in Dubuque. In fact, Ronan Buckberger got a penalty because he engaged with a player after he lost his helmet. So face-off will be on that far side, just outside the Capitals' defensive end. One back by the Saints. They play it down in deep. Rung up high on the wall by Caleb Heil and out to neutral ice from Aiden Long. Offside on the Saints. 32.8 to go in the first. Scoreless here in Middleton. Face-off just outside the Capitals bench. Game 4 of a best-of-5 series. Always going to be an elimination game. Dubuque, a chance to move on to the Eastern Conference Final with a win. Madison, a chance to extend it if they win here this evening. As Jamieson into the offensive zone with some speed. I think he realizes how much time's left on the period as Mackey on the near side plays out to neutral ice. Merrill up ahead. Merrill into the offensive zone, plays into the far side corner. Ekman beaten to it there. Capel plays the body. Puck comes free to the Saints. Mackey at the line. Down low, it deflects wide. 10 to go in the period as Merrill's shot blocked by Jamison. Jamison plays off the window out to neutral ice. If it doesn't go all the way for an ice, it'll be it for period number 1. Sure enough, that's the case. Long and Mackey get into it at the end of period number 1. But through 20 minutes here in Middleton, scoreless in Game 4 of the Eastern Conference semifinal. You're listening to Capitals Hockey on the Capitals Broadcast Network.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Monk's Bar and Grill doesn't monkey around with great taste. Our menu will have you swinging from amazing appetizers to mouth-watering meals. One bite of our legendary Monk's Burger will make you go bananas. Okay, I'll stop with all the monkey puns. Besides, my food just arrived, and I can't eat and narrate at the same time. Climb on up to Monk's Bar and Grill today. Okay, I promise that's the last monkey pun.
Hey Caps fans, want to stay connected with your Madison Capitals all season long? Follow us on social media for behind-the-scenes access, live game updates, exclusive player content, and so much more. We're on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok, so whether you want to see jaw-dropping highlights, get the latest team news, or even score special deals, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment of the action. Follow the Capitals at Mad Caps Hockey today. That's at Mad Caps Hockey, your front row seat for everything Capitals.
Reasons to love Texas Roadhouse. Your journey begins with irresistible appetizers. Indulge in our fall of the bone ribs, so tender you won't need a knife. Savor every sip of our legendary margaritas, from tangy classics to fruity fusions. Every bite and every sip caters to your every craving. Texas Roadhouse, a legendary experience like no other.
Looking for heart-pounding action and family-friendly fun? Look no further than the Madison Capitals. From bone-crushing hits to highlight reel goals, the Capitals bring the excitement of the USHL right here to Madison. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just looking for a night out, there's something for everyone. Get up close with the future stars of the NHL and experience the atmosphere at Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena. Bring your friends, bring your family, and make some unforgettable memories. Get your tickets at tickets.madcapshockey.com today because there's nothing like live hockey.
For 35 years, Ameriprint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriprinTapparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our team will get to work and make your custom products a reality. Ameriprint Apparel, your logos, done right, done local.
And he scores!
Looking to catch all the Capitals action this season? Whether you're bringing your friends, family, or coworkers, our group tickets make for an unforgettable night of hockey. Want the VIP experience? Check out our private suites for the ultimate comfort and a great view of the game. Don't miss a second of the season. Grab a season ticket for the best seats and perks. Or, if flexibility is your game, our 10-ticket flex plan lets you choose when you want to be there. Call the Capitals ticket office today at 608-257-2277 and let's get you in the game.
For 35 years, Ameriprint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriprinTapparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our team will get to work and make your custom products a reality. Ameriprint Apparel, your logos, done right, done local.
Looking for heart-pounding action and family-friendly fun? Look no further than the Madison Capitals. From bone-crushing hits to highlight reel goals, the Capitals bring the excitement of the USHL right here to Madison. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just looking for a night out, there's something for everyone. Get up close with the future stars of the NHL and experience the atmosphere at Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena. Bring your friends, bring your family, and make some unforgettable memories. Get your tickets at tickets.madcapshockey.com today because there's nothing like live hockey.
Reasons to love Texas Roadhouse. Your journey begins with irresistible appetizers. Indulge in our fall of the bone ribs, so tender you won't need a knife. Savor every sip of our legendary margaritas, from tangy classics to fruity fusions. Every bite and every sip caters to your every craving. Texas Roadhouse, a legendary experience like no other.
And he scores!
Looking to catch all the Capitals action this season? Whether you're bringing your friends, family, or coworkers, our group tickets make for an unforgettable night of hockey. Want the VIP experience? Check out our private suites for the ultimate comfort and a great view of the game. Don't miss a second of the season. Grab a season ticket for the best seats and perks. Or, if flexibility is your game, our 10-ticket flex plan lets you choose when you want to be there. Call the Capitals ticket office today at 608-257-2277 and let's get you in the game.
Jan from Toyota here. Feeling cooped up from winter? Well, now until March 31st is the perfect time for a new Toyota, like Camry, Grand Highlander, and more. So you can get back out there and do the things you love, like hitching up the boat to a tundra for a lake day.
I haven't water skied in a long time.
Live out your spring fantasies with a new Toyota. Come in today.
Go from dreaming it to driving it. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
It's the Play It Again Sports Intermission Report. Play It Again Sports, your go-to store for all your sports gear needs. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade in your gently used equipment, they've got you covered. From skates and sticks to fitness and training gear, you'll find top brands at unbeatable prices. Keep your gear fresh, your game strong, and your wallet happy. Stop by Play It Again Sports over by Westtown Mall after the game and get everything you need to play your best. Nothing on the scoreboard through 20 minutes here in Middleton, as the Capitals looking to keep their season alive and force a Game 5. That'll be in Dubuque on Thursday night. We'd have the coverage for you here on the Capitals Broadcast Network, but like I mentioned, nothing on the scoreboard, so you can't even say if all stays the same. If all stays the same, we'll be here all night long until Thursday. If no goals are found overnight, I don't really know how long they would go before a break was given, but I'd have to imagine someone would find a goal after a couple overtimes, to say the least. Obviously, no games have went to overtime in the playoffs thus far, so knock on wood, maybe that'll happen tonight. 12-10 shots on goal favor Madison through one period of play. No penalties on the scoreboard through the first period as well. We're going to send it to break. When we come back, we'll have your out-of-town scoreboard. Elsewhere in the USHL, Game 3 in Muskegon and Game 4 in Waterloo. It's Capitals hockey here on the Capitals Broadcast Network.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready, future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. Which is good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
And he scores!
Looking to catch all the Capitals action this season? Whether you're bringing your friends, family, or coworkers, our group tickets make for an unforgettable night of hockey. Want the VIP experience? Check out our private suites for the ultimate comfort and a great view of the game. Don't miss a second of the season. Grab a season ticket for the best seats and perks. Or, if flexibility is your game, our 10-ticket flex plan lets you choose when you want to be there. Call the Capitals ticket office today at 608-257-2277 and let's get you in the game.
Monk's Bar and Grill doesn't monkey around with great taste. Our menu will have you swinging from amazing appetizers to mouth-watering meals. One bite of our legendary Monk's Burger will make you go bananas. Okay, I'll stop with all the monkey puns. Besides, my food just arrived, and I can't eat and narrate at the same time. Climb on up to Monk's Bar and Grill today. Okay, I promise that's the last monkey pun.
Hey Caps fans, want to stay connected with your Madison Capitals all season long? Follow us on social media for behind-the-scenes access, live game updates, exclusive player content, and so much more. We're on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok, so whether you want to see jaw-dropping highlights, get the latest team news, or even score special deals, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment of the action. Follow the Capitals at Mad Caps Hockey today. That's at Mad Caps Hockey, your front row seat for everything Capitals.
Jan from Toyota here. Feeling cooped up from winter? Well, now until March 31st is the perfect time for a new Toyota, like Camry, Grand Highlander, and more. So you can get back out there and do the things you love, like hitching up the boat to a tundra for a lake day.
I haven't water skied in a long time.
Live out your spring fantasies with a new Toyota. Come in today.
Go from dreaming it to driving it. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
You want subs made with high-quality meats and cheeses? You go to Jersey Mike's. You want high-quality radio ideas? You go to me. Like this. I'm an astronaut on a mission to find water on the moon. But because I'm a genius, I realize that what humanity actually needs in space is high-quality meats and cheeses from Jersey Mike's. Now to figure out how to remove the helmet and eat the sub without my head exploding. Here goes nothing. Always high-quality meats and cheeses. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Let's take a look at our Texas Roadhouse out-of-town scoreboard. Texas Roadhouse takes no shortcuts. They take great pride in every plate they serve every time. Legendary food, legendary service, Texas Roadhouse. Game 3 in Muskegon of the Eastern Conference semifinals. The 4-seed Muskegon looking for the sweep over Youngstown, and they're out to a 2-1 lead with 3 minutes to go in period number 1. There at Trinity Health Arena. Their game got underway about 5 minutes after ours here in Middleton, and just 5 minutes in Waterloo. Sioux Falls in Waterloo knotted up. Sioux Falls looking to extend their season and head back home for a game on Thursday night against the Lincoln Stars. We'll send it to break. When we come back, we'll have puck drop of period number 2. It's Capitals hockey here on the Capitals Broadcast Network.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready, future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. Which is good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Monk's Bar and Grill doesn't monkey around with great taste. Our menu will have you swinging from amazing appetizers to mouth-watering meals. One bite of our legendary Monk's Burger will make you go bananas. Okay, I'll stop with all the monkey puns. Besides, my food just arrived, and I can't eat and narrate at the same time. Climb on up to Monk's Bar and Grill today. Okay, I promise that's the last monkey pun.
Hey Caps fans, want to stay connected with your Madison Capitals all season long? Follow us on social media for behind-the-scenes access, live game updates, exclusive player content, and so much more. We're on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok, so whether you want to see jaw-dropping highlights, get the latest team news, or even score special deals, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment of the action. Follow the Capitals at Mad Caps Hockey today. That's at Mad Caps Hockey, your front row seat for everything Capitals.
Reasons to love Texas Roadhouse. Your journey begins with irresistible appetizers. Indulge in our fall of the bone ribs, so tender you won't need a knife. Savor every sip of our legendary margaritas, from tangy classics to fruity fusions. Every bite and every sip caters to your every craving. Texas Roadhouse, a legendary experience like no other.
Looking for heart-pounding action and family-friendly fun? Look no further than the Madison Capitals. From bone-crushing hits to highlight reel goals, the Capitals bring the excitement of the USHL right here to Madison. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just looking for a night out, there's something for everyone. Get up close with the future stars of the NHL and experience the atmosphere at Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena. Bring your friends, bring your family, and make some unforgettable memories. Get your tickets at tickets.madcapshockey.com today because there's nothing like live hockey.
For 35 years, Ameriprint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriprinTapparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our team will get to work and make your custom products a reality. Ameriprint Apparel, your logos, done right, done local.
And he scores!
Looking to catch all the Capitals action this season? Whether you're bringing your friends, family, or coworkers, our group tickets make for an unforgettable night of hockey. Want the VIP experience? Check out our private suites for the ultimate comfort and a great view of the game. Don't miss a second of the season. Grab a season ticket for the best seats and perks. Or, if flexibility is your game, our 10-ticket flex plan lets you choose when you want to be there. Call the Capitals ticket office today at 608-257-2277 and let's get you in the game.
Jan from Toyota here. Feeling cooped up from winter? Well, now until March 31st is the perfect time for a new Toyota, like Camry, Grand Highlander, and more. So you can get back out there and do the things you love, like hitching up the boat to a tundra for a lake day.
I haven't water skied in a long time.
Live out your spring fantasies with a new Toyota. Come in today.
Go from dreaming it to driving it. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. Which is good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
The goaltenders will flip ends as period number 2 in the period of the long change upon us here in Middleton. Nothing on the scoreboard here in Game 4 of the Eastern Conference semifinal between your Madison Capitals and the visiting Dubuque Fighting Saints. The Caps lead in shots 12-10 through our first period of play. Nothing to show for it on the scoreboard to this point, though, as the Caps will travel left to right here in period number 2, wearing their white jerseys trimmed with Navy and Columbia. Right to left will go the Saints. Red jerseys with a horizontal white stripe trimmed with silver on there as well. An elimination game for Madison is Luke Gagnon at center ice, ready to get us started on tonight's second period as the faceoff won to the near side wall by Dubuque. They get a quick shot off to the Saints, held there by Heil for a whistle. Spicer putting some power on to the goaltender of the Capitals. A face-off in the defensive zone on the near side to the right of Heil in goal. Heil will adjust his mask. He's gotten a couple up high here today. You see him there on your Flow Hockey screen for a moment as Cooper Dennis shown on the screen as well, the game-winning goal scorer last night for Dubuque in Game 3. The swing game last night. Of course, it was going to be an elimination game either side in this one. The face-off on the near side, won back by the Saints. Dennis on the near side plays down into the corner, poked around a bit by Eulenkamp on the near side. Madison trying to chip it out towards neutral ice. Eventually on it is Sam Capel. Capel fans on the pass attempt, and now a 2-on-1. Dennis has Van Vliet with him. Dennis feeds it to him. Shot saved by Heil up the near side wall. Madison unable to clear once again, but the Saints back off as Moline gets some opportunity up the near side. Held in at the line by Barron, fresh off the bench. Far side, Dennis to the middle. Intercepted is now Madison with a chance up that far side window, poked along. A little too far in front of Yavin Eulenkamp was that one. As on that far side, Barron on it, comes through neutral and into the offensive zone. Barron takes it down to the near side corner. 3 Saints go for a change as the puck played down low. John Stout able to pick up with no pressure on him and start up ice. Aiden Long plays off the window on the far side. Madison into the offensive zone for Riker Lee for a moment. Taken back over by Ruohonen into the offensive zone. Now come the Saints. Ruohonen, far side, Barron shot, kicked wide. I think Moline got a piece of it to send it wide. And on the near side, the Saints play up top for Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer to Barron out front. Giuliani's shot stopped by Heil, unable to control the rebound. Goes into the corner as Stout ties a player up from the Saints. Mo joins him there. Comes free. Another chance for the Saints goes wide. Near side, Desiderio picks up. Desiderio down low, turned over. Madison on it for a moment. Stout has his stick tied up and eventually plays up the wall to Brink. Brink trying to get it out to neutral ice. Once again unable to our Madison. This top set of defensemen have been out there for a while. Barron deflects it home as the Saints take a 1-0 lead. The first time this series they've scored first. That shot deflected out of midair by Barron. Was it a high stick is the question. Doesn't seem to be an argument from either side. As a faceoff will come at center ice, left to right. Will go the Caps as they trail by 1. Dubuque, when they've taken leads in this series, have held on to them. Madison will have to flip the script. Second period, the key to the game to Andy Brandt pregame. As the Saints fans here in Madison cheering loud after that goal was scored. Madison on it at neutral ice, turned over. Jamison did a nice job to interrupt things, but right back on it are Dubuque. Mackey up ahead, deflected into the bench, or near the bench of Dubuque down low. Jamison on it. Jamison plays up against the wall as a Let's Go Saints chant starts up here in Madison. Far side held in by Angle. A shot deflected high into the window beneath the goal line on the near side. Played up against the wall to a side work. Comes out to Morello. His shot kick. Rebound there for the Saints, and they score again. They take a 2-0 lead. 2:25 into the second period as Morello and Frank helping their squad jump out to a lead early on in the second. Capitals need a response. They trail by 2. No 2-goal leads in the series have been come back from yet. Madison did come back from a 2-goal lead in game 1 of round 1 against Green Bay. Face off at neutral ice, one back by the Saints. Allen to the far side, Malbuff up ahead, Ekman into the offensive zone, offside are the Saints. 17:27 to go in the second, 2-0 the score. A face-off coming outside the defensive zone. Not the start to the period the Saints, or the Caps wanted, definitely the start the Saints wanted. They lead 2-0 early on here in period number 2. This is early gut check time for Madison. Do you have it in you? Obviously, you played 8 games in the last 12 days, have the Caps, but at this point you need it. Is now a chance for Waterfield. Sends it towards the middle. Nevers goes wide on the near side. Waterfield able to hold for Madison. Scherzer sends it to the far side. Capitals go get a couple of changes as Dubuque chips into the offensive zone. Heil plays over to the near side. Eulenkamp up the near side wall out to neutral ice. Therefore, for Madison is Waterfield into the offensive zone. Now Eulenkamp. Eulenkamp on the far side. Keeps his legs moving, throws behind the goal line. Up top now it goes for the player. A shot deflected wide. Buckberger's shot going wide. And on the near side, Ekman back the other way for the Saints. Merrill sends it down in on goal. Heil sends things way behind the defense where Aiden Long in. Long only having to beat Kostadinsky. A shot Ramps up and out of play. A face-off in the offensive zone. 16:33 to go in the second. 2-0 the score. Dubuque in the lead in this one. A long first shift costing the Capitals early on. Dubuque with a goal right after it. First goal scored by Giuliani, the second by Colin Frank. Both their second goals of the series. Face off on that far side to the right of Bierman in goal. Tied up, one to the wall by the Saints. Niedermeyer plays down low, and that's where Finn Brink takes over. Brink down low, Mo now on it as the Caps cycle through the offensive zone. Brink in the high slot, a shot goes over the cage. I don't think Bierman had to get a piece of it as down low, Lee just unable to grab it. Far side, Mo lays the body. Puck skedaddles out to neutral ice. Madison gets a deflection on it. They say not the case, rather. Icing on the Caps. 16:11 to go in the second. 2-0 the score. Face off all the way back inside the defensive zone for Madison. Trailing by 2. Eastern Conference semifinal, game 4. These two teams this season separated by just 1 point, and that 1 point earned in the second to last game of the regular season by the Saints in an overtime victory over Madison in Dubuque. Capitals would love to send it to a game 5 at this point. Have to come from behind as the puck taken up the wall by the Saints. Unable to hold in is Desiderio. Hustling after it, Finn Brink. Chance now over on that far side. Back for Riker Lee. Lee's shot stopped by Bierman. The rebound alive. Mo scrambles for it. Bierman and the Saints grab it. It's Desiderio. As up the wall, Brooks holds in. Brooks down low for Lee. Rings around far side. Giuliani out there without a stick for the Saints. Lee back beneath the goal line. Takes it around a lacrosse style attempt. Takes it to the near side. Now a sharp angle shot. Goes wide, it's down on the far side, down low for Brink. Up top, Moline, near side for Lee. Lee takes it towards the goal, shot. Sent back into the corner. Brink tripped up, no call will come. Mo, top of the near side shot, saved by Bierman. Ruohonen up the near side wall. Will start up ice and deflect things forward as Ruohonen lays the lumber that time on the Capitals captain up the far side wall. Madison on possession in their own defensive zone. Mo, stick handles around and starts up ice. Mo flutters it down in deep once he achieves the red line. Johnson puts some heavy pressure on James Mackey on the far side, picked up by Engel, and the Saints transition back the other way. The Capitals' best chance of the period goes by the wayside, and at the other end, the Saints with a shot that ramps up and out of play. 5:06 into period number 2. 2-0 the score. A face-off in the defensive zone for Madison upcoming. On the near side to the right of Highland goal. Capitals will change defensive players there. Michaud and Jamieson joining the third line out there for the Caps. Cowan will go in against Spicer in the circle. Face off, tied up, one forward by the Capitals. Jamieson plays off the window. Up ahead now comes Madison. Barabanov near side Johnson. Johnson offside are the Capitals. Barabanov's pass never got to Diego until the Capitals were already in the offensive zone. 14:47 to go in the second. 2-0 the score. Same 5 stay out for each side skater-wise as Cowan and Spicer to go at it in the dot once again. Face-off one back by the Saints. Mackey to the far side. Angle, his pass deflected up into the scoreboard here at center ice. So face-off will be just outside the offensive zone for Madison, opposite the Capitals bench. No change for the Saints, no change for the Caps. Just past the 5-minute mark of period number 2. Dubuque with goals at the 1:47 and 2:25 mark of the period. As the face-off tied up by Cowan, back for Michaud. Jamieson plays down in deep, rings around to the far side. Capitals on it in the corner. It's Cowan, poke free. Barabanov there to tie it up. Angle comes free for the Saints. Near side Mackey. Mackey's pass to the far side. Angle hasn't landed on his stick. How does the player fall forward with a hook from behind? His feet didn't buckle out, looked like a dive to me, but it'll be a high stick to call, so that one makes more sense. I thought it was a hook that was upcoming on Barabanov. Either way, looks like They gave 4 minutes. A double minor for that. I didn't see that. He did get it up high. Face-off will be in the defensive zone. A double minor for Igor Barabanov, sending Madison to the kill. And the Saints to the power play for the first time in this one. 50% on the series. On the man advantage, 5 for 10. Face-off will be on the near side to the right of Heil in goal. Capella and Ruohonen in the circle. Face-off, one back by the Capitals. Far side, it's going to be Finn Brink able to send it down the length of the ice. Just 8 seconds into the kill. Picked up by Desiderio back beneath the goal line as they'll start up the near side wall. Brink puts some pressure on Ruohonen, who drops back for Desiderio. Picked off by Brink. Brink shovels it down and goes for a change. Capel puts some pressure on Desiderio. We'll play over to the far side for Frank. Frank tries to go back for Desiderio, but instead he'll take off the wall and start up ice for the Saints. Desiderio now into the offensive zone. Frank takes it down low on the far side, brings it around to the near. Picked up on the wall, played up top to Desiderio, the defenseman. Down low on the half wall there, Barron. Barron looking for options down low. A chance out front, Morello tied up. The player for the Capitals as the Caps were trying to clear. Instead, it's up the wall, Desiderio. Down low, back on it, Ruohonen. Ruohonen, a shot from Frank, kicked wide by Heil. 3:05 to go here on the power play for the Saints. Down in the near side was Long. A shot from Desiderio, scores. They'll still be on the power play after that. Long gets pushed after the whistle as the Capitals will be on the kill for another 2 minutes after the Desiderio tally was at the top of the circles. Aiden Long was down behind the play as Madison now down 3. You wonder if this is where a timeout can get taken by the Capitals just to regroup. Not the case at the moment. Capitals bench needs a response here, to say the least. Face shot back at center ice, one back by the Capitals. Near side, Eulenkamp clears to neutral ice. Picked up there by Van Vliet. Van Vliet to the near side for Engel. Engel takes beneath the goal line as he'll start up the near side wall. Engel circles around, takes up that far side. Therefore, for a moment now, Giuliani, he'll play down in deep, rung down low where Eulenkamp can slow it down, or rather that's Heil. Up the near side wall, Van Vliet to Cornforth. Cornforth has a stick pestered with by Eulenkamp. Cornforth takes it down low. Spicer loses it, but gets it to the half wall for Van Vliet. Van Vliet looking for options, takes it up the wall. 1:20 to go here on the power play. Plays up top for Engel. Far side, Cornforth. Cornforth, a shot sent into the wall and out to neutral ice. It bounces as Eulenkamp will go for a change. 10 seconds over a minute to go here on the power play. 12:26 to go in the second. Madison trails 3-0 after being tied through the first period. Up that far side, Van Vliet on it. Van Vliet tied up against the wall. Scherzer there for Madison, trying to get things out towards neutral ice. They get it there as Desiderio forced to take it over to the near side for Giuliani. Giuliani takes back to Desiderio again as a couple of Capitals go for a change. On the far side into the offensive zone come the Saints. They stick handle themselves out of their offensive zone. Long puts some heavy pressure on Desiderio, who carries into the offensive zone now. Ruohonen fresh off the bench as they cycle units into the offensive zone. It goes of Madison for a moment as Desiderio regroups back the other way. Intercepted. Long tries to clear. He'll fan on the pass attempt down in deep. Capel puts some pressure on. Down in deep, Long will put some pressure on Desiderio, who picks up and starts up the near side, but is forced to spin back. 10 seconds to go of the double minor penalty. Only one power play goal, but 1 for 2 on the man advantage are the Saints as the Capitals try to clear up the near side wall. Michaud takes it beneath the goal line, and a play to the far side. Starting up ice now are Madison. Lee at neutral ice shovels it down in deep to the far side. This line is the unit that could get it going for Madison. Is Lee on the far side wall, tangles a player up. Rung around to the near side, trying to chip it out to neutral ice was Ekman. There to recover was Mason Moe. He ties the puck up along the wall, but the puck jumps out to neutral. Michaud over to Stout, who plays right back down in deep. Bierman on the near side, plays up the wall. Moe unable to grab it as it's at neutral ice on the stick of Stout. Stout plays down in deep. As he sends it there, he'll go for a change to Stout. Played back by Kostadinsky over to the far side. Lee trying to intercept things. Kostadinsky on the near side, out to neutral ice. Merrill through neutral now in the stick of Ekman. Ekman cuts to the middle. Ekman's shot goes wide the whole way, as now Mason Moe on the far side plays ahead for Lee. Lee tries to feed it ahead for Diego Johnson. Instead, it's sticked down by the Saints and sent down in deep. Jamison plays up the wall. Coasia out to neutral ice. Johnson leaves for Cowan. Cowan into the offensive zone. Near side now. He drops back. Coasia shot deflected wide, and they score! Teddy Merrill goes after a capital after the whistle. Madison finds themselves on the scoreboard for the first time tonight. I believe it's Igor Barabanov. Sure enough, it's Mason Moe. Mason Moe with the goal for Madison. Was still out there on the back end of that shift. Moe's 5th goal of the playoffs, and now a melee at neutral ice between Merrill. Mackey grabs a player. I think Teddy Merrill's gonna head to the penalty box. No, doesn't appear to be the case. I saw him grab one. Who is it they're grabbing? They're talking with Andy Brandt, as Teddy Merrill got in the way of the line coming away from the bench. Teddy Merrill is in on it as the referee explaining something to Andy Brandt. On the player bench, no one's in the penalty box to this point. As you'll see the goal scored, Teddy Merrill comes in after the goal and buries a player in the corner. I think rightfully so. The Capitals go after Merrill in that case. The lights were out, so you didn't quite see what was going on after the fact. It doesn't look like they're going to take anyone to the penalty box, as Madison's deficit taken now to just 2. As everything gets sorted out here, not immediate timeout. 5-on-5. As you'll see, Teddy Merrill, after the whistle, after the goal goes in, sends Mason Moe down to the ice surface. Naturally, that's going to get called, you'd think. Not the case. As now Dubuque trying to switch defensemen. What are we doing here? Last change is there for a reason, right? They don't use it. Face off at neutral ice. Scherzer and Spicer at center ice as Rich Reynolds takes us away.
Was scored by number 19, Mason Moe. He was assisted by number 26, Jack Coasia. Time to go 9 minutes.
Coasia giving the lone assist on the goal. A nice job to bury a player there by Ian Scherzer. Using his balance there against the wall is down in deep. The Capitals with some life here. Nevers puts Kostadinsky up against the wall. Waterfield does the same to a player who's now Nevers in the slot. Grabs possession for Madison. Coasia was streaking down the back door. He'll get possession in the corner now for Madison. Coasia battled off the puck. Puck hops up on the buckle there for a moment. Taken over as Barnhill plays up the wall by the Saints. Dennis up ahead. Spicer trying to get it up ahead for Van Vliet. Instead, it's taken over by Madison into the offensive zone. Eulenkamp to Capel. Toe drags his way through it to the far side. Eulenkamp just hucks his stick at it. And the near side, Dubuque will start up ice. Kostadinsky, far side Spicer. He'll play down in deep. Capitals have a couple of players back as Buckberger realizes Aiden Long would be there. As Long drops back for Bucky, and Bucky just on a different page from Aiden Long. The two Canadians unable to get that one together, but eventually they are able to start up ice. No icing should be on that play. Malbuff was right there, didn't go for the puck. Face off all the way down to the defensive end. 8:44 to go in the second. 3-1. Dubuque leads. All 4 goals scored here in the second period of this one. Face off on the near side to the right of Heil in goal. Capel and Morello to go at it in the circle. Face off, one back by the Saints. Mackey plays down into the corner. Tied up against the wall there is now Moline in there for Madison. Puck pops free to a Saints player. Up the wall it comes. Madison trying to chip it out, and they're able to get it out to Mackey. Mackey, nice play there as Long sends him into the wall. Starting up ice now, Cornforth. Cornforth deflects it behind Moline. Moline grabs it for Madison. As up the near side, out towards neutral ice on it. Turned over, Morello into the offensive zone, down in deep. Moline back on it. Moline rings up the near side wall, trying to avoid the too many were the Saints. That should be no ice because of that. Sure enough, that's the case. Is Desiderio all the way back for it. Desiderio near side. Up ice, it got deflected along the way. Up ice now, down in deep. Kissling back after it is Dexter Brooks. We're due for a media timeout, but we're not going to get one there. 7:54 to go in the second. Face-off in the offensive zone. Top line out there for the Capitals, far side to the right of Bierman. Mo and Morello to meet in the circle. Bierman looks over to his right. Face off, one forward for a moment by the Capitals. Instead, Giuliani plays out to neutral ice, hustling after it's Barron. Heil realizes it, and a puck goes into the corner as Heil played into Dexter Brooks. Brooks kicked it wide, luckily, but three Capitals in the area, and it almost ended up in their own goal. Instead, it comes up ahead on the stick of Mo, the goal scorer for Madison, into the offensive zone. Plays out front, sits there, Brink takes a hack at it, goes beneath the goal line. Lee on the near side lifts his stick as Desiderio tries to clear the zone. Held in by the Capitals for a moment, but up ice now comes Giuliani and the Saints. It's played down low, rung around past Caleb Heil on the near side, sent up into the wall where a Saints player, as the Capitals able to clear up the near side. Lee up ahead, Angle has it poked off his stick, but Barron down in deep for it. Heil now on it for Madison. Plays up that far side wall, slowed up by a Saints player before Mo gets it moving forward to Brooks. Far side into the offensive zone. The linesman got in the way. Madison plays down low. Johnson tried to play to Mo. It got up on a high stick. That'll be turned off. There was the high stick. Is back at neutral ice. Lee lifts his stick. A nice job by Riker. Up ahead now, Madison. Oh, it's Barabanov coming off the bench. Looking like he could score there. As would have been in on a break, but a nice job by the Saints to recover. Down low, Ekman up against the wall by Kowasia. 6.5 to go in the second. Caps trail by 2. The Dubuque lead's been up to 3 in this period as they look to get it back to there now. Aaron up against the wall by Stout. Tripped up on the play. Merrill down there for the Saints as Stout there for Madison. Stout plays up the wall, Barabanov. Barabanov backhands it out to neutral ice. Johnson near side, Kowasia. Kowasia with the primary assist on the Mo goal. Into the offensive zone, offside are the Capitals, and we've hit our media timeout. It's Capitals hockey on the Capitals Broadcast Network.
For 35 years, Ameriprint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriprinTapparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our team will get to work and make your custom products a reality. Ameriprint Apparel. Your logos, done right, done local.
You want subs made with high-quality meats and cheeses? You go to Jersey Mike's. You want high-quality radio ideas? You go to me. Like this. I'm an astronaut on a mission to find water on the moon. But because I'm a genius, I realized that what humanity actually needs in space is high-quality meats and cheeses from Jersey Mike's. Now to figure out how to remove the helmet and eat the sub without my head exploding. Here goes nothing. Always high-quality meats and cheeses. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
the late line match to go against Spicer and company for the Saints. 6:06 to go in the second. 3-1 the score. Dubuque in the lead. Spicer and Scherzer now to go at it at the faceoff dot. Faceoff tangled in the feet of the two centermen and eventually won back to Kostadinsky. Kostadinsky, far side into the offensive zone, sent down in deep there by Barnhill. Heil plays up the window on the far side, bounces to neutral ice for Nevers into the offensive zone. Nevers plays down into the corner now. Kostadinsky helps him find his way there as Kostadinsky picks up possession and up the near side. Van Vliet on it. Van Vliet bodied up there by Nevers is in the defensive zone. It's Jamison, turns it over out front now. Van Vliet sticks it around a Capitals defender out front for a moment. Scherzer able to backhand it out to neutral ice. Kostadinsky slows it down for the Saints. 5.5 to go in this second period. All the way down it goes as Heil back for it. Heil near side. Moline pokes it up the wall. Taken over by the Saints. Van Vliet far side. Dennis backdoor feed. They score to regain the 3-goal lead. 5:13 to go in the second. It'll be 4-1 Saints. Got to clear that puck if you're the Caps. Van Vliet out front. Spicer on the back door. Moline couldn't get to him in time. Madison trails by 3 yet again. Face off back to center. As the 2-year Division I forward and Cole Spicer able to score there for the Saints to regain the 3-goal lead. Madison's high for the playoffs is 5. They would need to match that to advance to a Game 5 at the moment. In the offensive zone, Madison sends it there. It's Michaud up against the wall, taken over by Frank. Frank starting back the other way. Frank into the offensive zone on the near side, Cornforth. Cornforth powering his way towards the goal, sits out front. Numbers for Madison. Aiden Long, in fact, could be behind the defense. A little too late to get it to him by Capel. As Long sent down to the ice surface by Mackey on the near side. Madison has a body sent down to the surface by Mackey again into the offensive zone. Far side, it's Frank near side. Cornforth shot saved up into the glass as Madison back the other way. Long hit hard from behind. I wouldn't be surprised if Colin Frank's done for the game after that one. Aiden Long still down. Heil runs into the referee. A delayed call upcoming. Madison could be heading to a major man advantage as Lee into the offensive zone turns it over. I think Colin Frank's probably done for the night. They only give him a roughing call as the referee on the far side, Luke Gagnon, tries to give him a checking from behind. 2 minutes for checking from behind the call. 4:13 to go in the second. 4-1 the score. Shane Connolly trying to get them to review it. They choose not to. Madison to their first power play of the game. Hit Long square in the numbers on the back, up against the wall. Face off on the far side to the right of Bierman in goal. Hold them up, boys. Ruohonen kicked out of the circle. Top power play unit out there for Madison. Due for something here on the power play. 0 for 8 in this series. Face off one back by Mo so cleanly it clears it himself. As 2 minutes for checking from behind on Colin Frank. Jamison has some pressure put on him by Ruohonen as Madison starts up ice now up the near side. Cowan into the offensive zone. Turns over on the blue line now on the near side. Lee into the offensive. Lee powers his way past the defense, takes it into the corner. Tied up there by the Saints. Taken down, no call. All the way back the other side is Jamison back for it for Madison. He'll step out to the left of the goaltender and start up ice. Just about 30 seconds into the power play for the Caps. Lee near side on it into the offensive zone. Rings it around the wall. Far side. Coasia there for Madison. Plays down low. It goes off Barnhill for a moment. Up against the wall. Mo pokes it free to the line now for Jamison. Jamison near side for Lee. Lee trying to feed it far side. Instead it comes back on the stick of Charlie Aaron. Aaron taking his time to take it down the ice. Sends it into the blocker of Caleb Heil on the near side. Riker Lee on it. Lee Up against the wall, near side. Comes out to neutral ice, rather held in by Barnhill. A shot goes off the crossbar on the near side. Merrill realizes he can take it back and kill some more time. Far side it goes Kostadinsky, a player behind the defense. Short-handed was Van Vliet. As Van Vliet beat to it by Michaud, as a couple of players get tangled up. Merrill takes a dive into the offensive zone. Come Madison. Near side it's Brink. Brink to the middle there, rather takes it down low. Brink up against the half wall, down low it goes for long. Back to Brink on the half wall, up top Michaud. Michaud back to Brink on the top of the near side, down low. Chance out front, goes through the slot. Far side Michaud unable to hold, 10 to go on the power play. Near side Brink into the offensive zone, now up the near side wall. He's tangled up along the way, loses an edge. Dubuque unable to clear, far side it goes, Barabanov toe drags as the Capitals 0 for 1 on the power play. Could use the goal after, as Brink with a backdoor feed. No one has their stick on the ice as the Saints back the other way. Frank, fresh out of the penalty box, goes off the post as now Madison back the other way. Into the offensive zone, Barabanov cuts to the middle. Barabanov has the puck tangled up in a whole bunch of bodies. Far side, it's sent down in deep. Cornforth hustling after it for Dubuque. Played up the wall to Ty out to neutral ice. Malbuff over to the near side. Would have been offsides on the Saints. Instead, Brooks picks up deep in as Brooks plays up the far side wall, deflected there. Malbuff plays to the near side. Spicer would be a high stick if it got there. No. It's waved off as Morello into the offensive zone. Heil plays there for Madison. Heil plays up the far side wall. Brooks up the wall now. Ty on it at neutral ice. Ty into the offensive zone. Therefore at Eulenkamp, shots gloved and held on to by Bierman for a whistle. A minute 14 to go in the second. 4-1 the score. Face off on the near side to the left of Bierman in goal. As Madison, rather the face-off will be on the far side to the right of Bierman. A late line match here for the Capitals. Throw their top line out with a minute 14 to go in the period. They chat things over. Does Riker Lee on his way out to the ice. Aaron in the fourth line out there for the Saints. Capitals would love to trail only by 2 heading into intermission. It would take something late though here in the second. Face off, tangled up, one back, deep beneath the goal line, far side. Dennis trying to chip things out to neutral. Settled down at neutral ice by Moline. Moline backhands it right to a Saints player. The Saints into the offensive zone. It's Aaron, Charlie Aaron's shot blocked by John Stout. On the near side, played up the wall as Riker Lee takes over for the Caps. Lee, stick handles through, far side into the offensive zone. Plays to the middle, near side, Brink. Brink's shot goes wide the whole way. Mo picks up on the far side for a moment, deflected back by the Saints. Desiderio picks up on the near side. Desiderio plays up the wall, and at neutral ice, Moline gives it right back to the Saints. Near side Ekman into the offensive zone. Ekman toe drag shot saved by Heil as they look to expand upon their 4-1 lead here late in period number 2. Up that far side wall, Long plays up ahead. Lee deflects that one towards the offensive zone. Kostadinsky slows it down, and now up ahead Eulenkamp. Eulenkamp into the offensive zone, a shot blocker to the far side wall. Long now taking a shot, ramps up into the corner near side. Picked up by Kawajia at the blue line. He's unable to hold the line. 8 seconds to go in the period. Played up ahead as Capel has it tangled up against the wall. They'll play down in deep as time expires here in period number 2. Dubuque with a 4-1 lead. You're listening to Capitals Hockey on the Capitals Broadcast Network.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Monk's Bar and Grill doesn't monkey around with great taste. Our menu will have you swinging from amazing appetizers to mouth-watering meals. One bite of our legendary Monk's Burger will make you go bananas. Okay, I'll stop with all the monkey puns. Besides, my food just arrived, and I can't eat and narrate at the same time. Climb on up to Monk's Bar and Grill today. Okay, I promise that's the last monkey pun.
Hey Caps fans, want to stay connected with your Madison Capitals all season long? Follow us on social media for behind-the-scenes access, live game updates, exclusive player content, and so much more. We're on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok, so whether you want to see jaw-dropping highlights, get the latest team news, or even score special deals, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment of the action. Follow the Capitals at Mad Caps Hockey today. That's at Mad Caps Hockey, your front row seat for everything Capitals.
Reasons to love Texas Roadhouse. Your journey begins with irresistible appetizers. Indulge in our fall of the bone ribs, so tender you won't need a knife. Savor every sip of our legendary margaritas, from tangy classics to fruity fusions. Every bite and every sip caters to your every craving. Texas Roadhouse, a legendary experience like no other.
Looking for heart-pounding action and family-friendly fun? Look no further than the Madison Capitals. From bone-crushing hits to highlight reel goals, the Capitals bring the excitement of the USHL right here to Madison. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just looking for a night out, there's something for everyone. Get up close with the future stars of the NHL and experience the atmosphere at Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena. Bring your friends, bring your family, and make some unforgettable memories. Get your tickets at tickets.madcapshockey.com today, because there's nothing like live hockey.
For 35 years, Ameriprint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriprinTapparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our team will get to work and make your custom products a reality. Ameriprint Apparel, your logos, done right, done local.
And he scores! Looking to catch all the Capitals action this season? Whether you're bringing your friends, family, or coworkers, our group tickets make for an unforgettable night of hockey. Want the VIP experience? Check out our private suites for the ultimate comfort and a great view of the game. Don't miss a second of the season. Grab a season ticket for the best seats and perks. Or, if flexibility is your game, our 10-ticket flex plan lets you choose when you want to be there. Call the Capitals ticket office today at 608-257-2277 and let's get you in the game.
For 35 years, Ameriprint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriprinTapparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our team will get to work and make your custom products a reality. Ameriprint Apparel, your logos, done right, done local.
Looking for heart-pounding action and family-friendly fun? Look no further than the Madison Capitals. From bone-crushing hits to highlight reel goals, the Capitals bring the excitement of the USHL right here to Madison. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just looking for a night out, there's something for everyone. Get up close with the future stars of the NHL and experience the atmosphere at Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena. Bring your friends, bring your family, and make some unforgettable memories. Get your tickets at tickets.madcapshockey.com today, because there's nothing like live hockey.
Reasons to love Texas Roadhouse. Your journey begins with irresistible appetizers. Indulge in our fall of the bone ribs, so tender you won't need a knife. Savor every sip of our legendary margaritas, from tangy classics to fruity fusions. Every bite and every sip caters to your every craving. Texas Roadhouse, a legendary experience like no other.
And he scores! Looking to catch all the Capitals action this season? Whether you're bringing your friends, family, or coworkers, our group tickets make for an unforgettable night of hockey. Want the VIP experience? Check out our private suites for the ultimate comfort and a great view of the game. Don't miss a second of the season. Grab a season ticket for the best seats and perks. Or, if flexibility is your game, our 10-ticket flex plan lets you choose when you want to be there. Call the Capitals ticket office today at 608-257-2277 and let's get you in the game.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready, future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina, When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
And he scores!
Looking to catch all the Capitals action this season? Whether you're bringing your friends, family, or coworkers, our group tickets make for an unforgettable night of hockey. Want the VIP experience? Check out our private suites for the ultimate comfort and a great view of the game. Don't miss a second of the season. Grab a season ticket for the best seats and perks. Or, if flexibility is your game, our 10-ticket flex plan lets you choose when you want to be there. Call the Capitals ticket office today at 608-257-2277 and let's get you in the game.
Monk's Bar and Grill doesn't monkey around with great taste. Our menu will have you swinging from amazing appetizers to mouth-watering meals. One bite of our legendary Monk's Burger will make you go bananas. Okay, I'll stop with all the monkey puns. Besides, my food just arrived, and I can't eat and narrate at the same time. Climb on up to Monk's Bar and Grill today. Okay, I promise that's the last monkey pun.
Hey Caps fans, want to stay connected with your Madison Capitals all season long? Follow us on social media for behind-the-scenes access, live game updates, exclusive player content, and so much more. We're on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok, so whether you want to see jaw-dropping highlights, get the latest team news, or even score special deals, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment of the action. Follow the Capitals at Mad Caps Hockey today. That's at Mad Caps Hockey, your front row seat for everything Capitals.
Capitals hockey here on the Capitals Broadcast Network. Let's take a look at your scoring summary there in period number 2. Barron got the scoring started at 1:47 of the second. His second of the playoffs from Josh Giuliani. Colin Frank made it 2-0 Saints with his second of the playoffs at the 2:25 mark of the period from Morello. Desiderio made it 3-0 Saints at the 6:39 mark of the period from Frank on the power play. And then Mason Moe with his fifth of the playoffs from Jet Kowasia at the 9:50 mark. Got into the Dubuque lead a little bit, but Spicer able to get the Saints back out in front by 3, as that's where they lead 4-1 through 2 periods of play here in Middleton. Shots on goal favor the Saints 23-20 after the Saints outshot Madison 13-8 in that first period of play. 1 for 2 on the power play are the Saints. 0 for 1 are Madison. As we send you to break, we'll come back with our out-of-town scoreboard. It's Capitals Hockey on the Capitals Broadcast Network.
For 35 years, AmeriPrint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriPrintApparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our team will get to work and make your custom products a reality. AmeriPrint Apparel, your logos, done right, done local.
Looking for heart-pounding action and family-friendly fun? Look no further than the Madison Capitals. From bone-crushing hits to highlight reel goals, the Capitals bring the excitement of the USHL right here to Madison. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just looking for a night out, there's something for everyone. Get up close with the future stars of the NHL and experience the atmosphere at Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena. Bring your friends, bring your family, and make some unforgettable memories. Get your tickets at tickets.madcapshockey.com today, because there's nothing like live hockey.
Reasons to love Texas Roadhouse. Your journey begins with irresistible appetizers. Indulge in our fall of the bone ribs, so tender you won't need a knife. Savor every sip of our legendary margaritas, from tangy classics to fruity fusions. Every bite and every sip caters to your every craving. Texas Roadhouse, a legendary experience like no other.
And he scores!
Looking to catch all the Capitals action this season? Whether you're bringing your friends, family, or coworkers, our group tickets make for an unforgettable night of hockey. Want the VIP experience? Check out our private suites for the ultimate comfort and a great view of the game. Don't miss a second of the season. Grab a season ticket for the best seats and perks. Or, if flexibility is your game, our 10-ticket flex plan lets you choose when you want to be there. Call the Capitals ticket office today at 608-257-2277 and let's get you in the game.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready, future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
And he scores!
Looking to catch all the Capitals action this season? Whether you're bringing your friends, family, or coworkers, our group tickets make for an unforgettable night of hockey. Want the VIP experience? Check out our private suites for the ultimate comfort and a great view of the game. Don't miss a second of the season. Grab a season ticket for the best seats and perks. Or, if flexibility is your game, our 10-ticket flex plan lets you choose when you want to be there. Call the Capitals ticket office today at 608-257-2277 and let's get you in the game.
Monk's Bar and Grill doesn't monkey around with great taste. Our menu will have you swinging from amazing appetizers to mouth-watering meals. One bite of our legendary Monk's Burger will make you go bananas. Okay, I'll stop with all the monkey puns. Besides, my food just arrived, and I can't eat and narrate at the same time. Climb on up to Monk's Bar and Grill today. Okay, I promise that's the last monkey pun.
Hey Caps fans, want to stay connected with your Madison Capitals all season long? Follow us on social media for behind-the-scenes access, live game updates, exclusive player content, and so much more. We're on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok, so whether you want to see jaw-dropping highlights, get the latest team news, or even score special deals, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment of the action. Follow the Capitals at Mad Caps Hockey today. That's at Mad Caps Hockey, your front row seat for everything Capitals.
You want subs made with high-quality meats and cheeses? You go to Jersey Mike's. You want high-quality radio ideas? You go to me. Like this. I'm an astronaut on a mission to find water on the moon. But because I'm a genius, I realize that what humanity actually needs in space is high-quality meats and cheeses from Jersey Mike's. Now to figure out how to remove the helmet and eat the sub without my head exploding. Here goes nothing. Always high-quality meats and cheeses. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Jan from Toyota here. Feeling cooped up from winter? Well, now until March 31st is the perfect time for a new Toyota, like Camry, Grand Highlander, and more. So you can get back out there and do the things you love, like hitching up the boat to a tundra for a lake day.
I haven't water skied in a long time.
Live out your spring fantasies with a new Toyota. Come in today.
Go from dreaming it to driving it. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Let's take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard. Muskegon leads 3-1 over Youngstown at the moment. So it looks like Muskegon will travel to whoever wins this series. And right now it looks like the Saints will as they lead 4-1. Capitals have a lot of work to do here in the third period to battle back and force a game 5. 2-0. Sioux Falls looking to force a game 5. It'll be at home for Sioux Falls if they're able to. Still a lot of time left in the second there, though. You're listening to Capitals Hockey.
For 35 years, Ameriprint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriprinApparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our team will get to work and make your custom products a reality. Ameriprint Apparel, your logos, done right, done local.
Looking for heart-pounding action and family-friendly fun? Look no further than the Madison Capitals. From bone-crushing hits to highlight reel goals, the Capitals bring the excitement of the USHL right here to Madison. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just looking for a night out, there's something for everyone. Get up close with the future stars of the NHL and experience the atmosphere at Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena. Bring your friends, bring your family, and make some unforgettable memories. Get your tickets at tickets.madcapshockey.com today because there's nothing like live hockey.
reasons to love Texas Roadhouse. Your journey begins with irresistible appetizers. Indulge in our fall of the bone ribs, so tender you won't need a knife. Savor every sip of our legendary margaritas, from tangy classics to fruity fusions. Every bite and every sip caters to your every craving. Texas Roadhouse, a legendary experience like no other.
And he scores!
Looking to catch all the Capitals action this season? Whether you're bringing your friends, family, or coworkers, our group tickets make for an unforgettable night of hockey. Want the VIP experience? Check out our private suites for the ultimate comfort and a great view of the game. Don't miss a second of the season. Grab a season ticket for the best seats and perks. Or, if flexibility is your game, our 10-ticket flex plan lets you choose when you want to be there. Call the Capitals ticket office today at 608-257-2277 and let's get you in the game.
Capitals have some work to do to keep their season alive here in period number 3. They'll move right to left wearing the white jerseys here in the third period. Left to right will go the Fighting Saints. Caps trail 4-1 after the game all square through one period of play, at zeros aside. 4 goals in the second for the Fighting Saints, 1 for the Caps. As Madison will need something here. You need one of the best comebacks that I could remember this season to keep your season alive if you're Madison. Luke Stort gets the AOK from both of the goaltenders. He gets the AOK from our arena operations crew. 20 minutes put on the board as Madison wins the opening draw. Back to Austin Moline. Moline near side for Stout. Up the near side wall. Deflected down in deep. Rather, it goes up into the Dubuque bench. Teddy Merrill with a bucket on this time, as it's actually the bubble is what I should say, as he's all there, as he must have got hit up high at some point in the period, rocking the bubble, and the bubble actually got that one protected from him. As this one back for Madison. Stout on it, over to the far side for Moline. 13 seconds into the period, icing waved off, as down in deep, Long puts some heavy pressure on Bierman beneath the goal line, loses it for Dubuque. Up the near side, Stout shot deflected, sits in front, a chance for Madison. Eulenkamp puts it on goal, but it's held by Bierman for a whistle. 19:34 to go in the third, 4-1 to score. Madison trails Dubuque in this one as a face-off will be on the far side to the left of Bierman and goal. Mo, Lee, Brink, Kawasia, and Michaud for Madison. Ruohonen in the top unit for the Saints on the other side. Hold them up, boys. Capitals kicked out of the draw. Looks like Brink will go in to take the draw for Madison now. It's Brink and Ruohonen face off, one back by Brink. Quasia plays down the wall near side, a bit too far in front of Mo as the body laid up. The near side, far side, Lee plays into the offensive zone. Mo back to Brink, a bit too far behind him, is back the other way. Come the Fighting Saints. Ruohonen into the offensive zone. Poked off his stick. Far side now. Ruohonen falls down. Looking for a call. He's not going to get one as Mo back beneath the goal line. Pokes it free to the far side wall. Mo looking for options. Sidesteps a player. Plays up ahead. Michaud achieves the red line and will send it down in deep. Gets sent into the wall in the process. Madison gets a whole tail change as up that far side, deflected down in deep where Caleb Heil can settle it down. 18:50 to go in the third. Caps trail 4-1 in this one. Up ahead, pass there from Cowan, deflected by a Saints player. Eventually he loses it, but into the offensive zone. Falls off the end of his stick and down in deep it goes. Bierman will settle there for Engel. Engel up the wall. Frank beaten to it there by Barabanov. Tied up along the wall. Held in at the line by Cowan. Cowan stick handles around far side. Sends it towards the goal. Rebound out front. Johnson slams at it. Blocked along the way as well. Far side, Frank back the other way for the Saints into the offensive zone. Saints leave it on the far side to Frank. Far side, Johnson loses his helmet. Once again, out to neutral ice. It'll go all the way down. Icing if it gets there, but it's waved off as Scherzer wins the race to it. Angle chips it around him. Up the far side now at neutral. The Saints able to clear as Frank on possession will just flutter it into the offensive zone where it's gloved down by Scherzer. Scherzer up the far side into the offensive zone. No icing as Waterfield wins the race to it for Madison. Ties a player up in the process as Waterfield. It's Teddy Merrill beneath the goal line. To a side work beneath the goal as it's played up the wall for Jamison. Jamison back down into the corner. Far side on it there for a moment. It's Cowan poking out front. Rather, that was Waterfield. Either way, it's Dubuque back the other way, down in deep. Frank hustles after it. Jamison tied up against the wall. Frank out front. A shot from Merrill whistles wide. Far side, Allen sends it towards the goal, gloved along the way by Heil, who holds on for a whistle. 17:22 to go in the third. 4-1 the score. Face-off will be on the far side to the right of Heil in goal. Kawasia joined by Capel, Eulenkamp, Long, and Stout for Madison. Van Vliet and Spicer's unit out there for the Saints. Face off on that far side. Van Vliet and Capel in the circle. Just over 2.5 into this third period. Madison trails 4-1. Face off one back by Capel. Jet Kawasia plays to the near side. Stout out towards neutral ice by Long, but held in by the Saints. Van Vliet was on that one, is now up ahead. Eulenkamp on possession, takes it back into his own defensive zone to sidestep Dubuque pressure. Stout sends it down in deep. Caps will go put some pressure on Bierman and company deep inside the zone for the Saints as they clear up that far side. It's picked up by Stout at neutral ice. Up ahead, Dennis regains possession for the Saints there, though. Saints up in the far side, play down in deep. Stout gloves it down up ahead, now Mason Moe. Moe bodied off the puck by Cooper Dennis. Into the offensive zone, now Van Vliet. Shot, whistles wide, near side. It's Brink off the wall. Moe hustling after it. Dennis plays all the way back into his own defensive zone. Backhanded up the wall by the goaltender, Bierman. Down low, Brink trying to battle for it for Madison. Grabs it, Moe with a shot from a sharp angle. Kicked wide by Bierman. Out at neutral ice, the Saints into the offensive zone. Ruohonen poked off his stick down in deep. Heil on it now for the Caps. Heil, far side Buckberger, up the wall, a bit too far, angled there from Buckberger, and down in deep, played by Giuliani. Heil looking for options, plays up the wall for Brink. Rather, that's Lee is right back in. Come the Saints again. The Capitals able to clear the zone, but a high stick called on Madison, so a defensive zone draw. 16:01 remaining in the third. 4-1 the score as a face-off in the defensive zone for Madison upcoming. Capitals send their third line out on the ice. Dubuque counters with theirs as well. Face-off on the far side to the right of Heil in goal. Caps trail in this one, 4-1. Cowan and Morello in the circle. Face-off one back by Cowan. Brooks plays over to the near side wall. Barabanov on it now. Barabanov backtracks and plays to Jamison, who will relay it back to the far side for Brooks. Up ice now, it's Cowan to Johnson. Johnson skates it into the offensive zone. Johnson leaves Cowan. Barabanov shot that time, deflected in on goal. Bierman kicks it wide. Capitals on it in the corner for a moment before Morello and the Saints try to clear. Unable to as Mackey whacks it over to his partner there in Edison Engel. And up ice comes Colin Frank. Frank plays down low, far side. Cornforth up top, blocked along the way by Johnson. Morello there as Cowan on it for Madison. A couple of Caps go for a change as Jamison on the near side on it. Leaves back for Brooks. Cowan sent down to the ice surface. Near side Jamison. He was going for a change when Cowan sent it to him. Pokes it up ahead. Drop back as Jamison has it in his feet. He needs to get a change. He lost his stick in the process as Madison with a bad change for sure. Cowan was covering for the defenseman as down ice it'll go, and it's Allen holding on to it. A big hit at center ice. Looking for a kneeing call where the Saints bench. As back at neutral, Allen back for it. As they chirp, Cowan does Giuliani. Ty plays the body up ice now. It's Nevers on it. Nevers into the offensive zone. Capitals touch up. 14:40 to go in this third period. Caps trail by 3. Malbeuf up ahead. Plays down in deep. Glove there by Stout, so it doesn't get all the way down into the zone before he grabs possession, and up ice comes Ty. Now Scherzer on it. Scherzer scored a goal here in the playoffs against Green Bay, game number 1 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinal. Of course, this is the Eastern Conference semifinal. This one all the way down, no icing as Moline beats the puck to the goal line. Moline starts up ice, far side now Capel. Pokes it around, Kostadinsky plays the body. Down low on that far side, it's Barnhill leaving there. Spicer leaves for Kostadinsky. Kostadinsky, near side out towards neutral ice. Glove there by Michaud. Michaud loses it, and now Dennis into the offensive zone with Van Vliet. Back on the stick of Dennis. Toe drag back to the middle. Nice job by Eulenkamp to break that one up as the Capitals try to clear up that far side wall. Eulenkamp battling, pops free into the corner for Michaud. Michaud takes it beneath the goal line. He loses it there to Dennis. Michaud grabs it back, though, up the wall. Dennis back on it. Turned over. Coasia up ahead, now Long. Has Eulenkamp with him. They can't connect on the pass. Goes back and forth. Mo has to wait for Eulenkamp to touch up. He'll go for a change. 13:20 to go here in the period. A nice hit beneath the goal line. Brink lifts the stick as well. Capitals putting some heavy pressure on as Giuliani starts up ice now for Dubuque. Giuliani, almost like he's trying to bait the Capitals into hitting him from behind. Throws his former high school teammate down to the ice surface. And Finn Brink, who sends it down to the offensive zone. Bierman, near side, Barnhill. He's sent high into the wall. Capitals back for it at neutral ice. Riker Lee on it. Lee up ahead for Mo. Mo looking for options, backtracks for Buckberger. Kicks it free to Lee into the offensive zone. Now Brink. Brink flutters it down in deep. Desiderio on it there on the near side, picked up by the Saints. Up the far side now, intercepted by the Capitals at neutral ice. Therefore, Mo. Mo up ahead now into the offensive zone. Johnson. Johnson near side for Lee. Lee has it on the half wall but loses it, and back to neutral ice come the Saints the other way. Poked off his stick, offside are the Saints. 12:25 to go in the third, 4-1 the score. Michael Barron couldn't keep his balance there as a faceoff just outside the defensive zone upcoming.
Dave Jones is here for all your home or business needs.
Cowan's unit out there for Madison. Morello's for the Saints. Both teams rolling 4 here in the third. You wonder at some point, do the Capitals shorten their bench? Guess we'll find out down the stretch of this one. Face-off one back by Cowan. Moline on the far side plays up ahead. Barabanov tries to deflect that one down in deep. A hand pass on the Saints, though. A face-off just outside the offensive zone. 12:18 to go in the third. 4-1 this score. Dubuque in the lead. All 5 goals in this one scored in the second period. It's the second 3-goal lead of the game for the Saints as Madison had an answer at 3-0. The Saints had the answer for the goal to bring Dubuque back with the 2-goal lead. Is hold them up points. Morello kicked out of the draw. Face-off one back by Cowan. Jamison far side now. Moline. Moline chips it down into the offensive zone. Mackey back for the Saints. Mackey plays over to the near side. Intercepted there by Cowan. Mackey gets it back on the far side. Sends it all the way down. It'll be icing if it gets there. 12 minutes even to go in the period. 12:02 rather. The face-off just outside the crease of Liam Bierman as the Capitals keep their third line out. Rather, it was Eulenkamp's unit coming out. They want it on the far side, does Madison. Capel, Long, Eulenkamp, Stout, and Coasia for Madison. Coach Tom Gilbert on the back end mixing things up. Typically, Stout and Moline have been inseparable this season. Face off on that far side, one back. Long there for it, plays down towards the offensive zone. Bounces out, Coasia on it. Coasia looking for options. Achieves the red line and glove down there by Frank. Frank up the near side wall, trying to beat Coasia. Nice job with the stick by Jet. As it's played up against the wall, Coasia loses his glove in the process. They'll go and grab that now as Capel starts up ice. Morello there for it for the Saints. Is bodied up against the wall by the Capitals. Frank goes for the big knee, and I believe a penalty will be upcoming on the Saints. A knee and call on the Saints as this one goes down in deep up the near side wall. They touch up. Colin Frank to the penalty box as the Capitals led to the power play. When we return, it's Capitals hockey on the Capitals Broadcast Network.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. Which is good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
You want subs made with high-quality meats and cheeses? You go to Jersey Mike's. You want high-quality radio ideas? You go to me. Like this. I'm an astronaut on a mission to find water on the moon. But because I'm a genius, I realized that what humanity actually needs in space is high-quality meats and cheeses from Jersey Mike's. Now to figure out how to remove the helmet and eat the sub without my head exploding. Here goes nothing. Always high-quality meats and cheeses. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Capitals 0 for 1 on the power play here in this one. 0 for 9 on the series. No better time than the present to get your first power play goal of the conference semifinal. The faceoff on the far side, one back so cleanly by Cowan. It goes all the way back in the defensive zone. 2 minutes to Frank is the call as it comes all the way back. The media timeout actually allows the Capitals staff to take a look at the penalty even longer, right? Up the near side, it's gloved down by Kowezu, sends down in deep. Bierman leaves there for Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer clears up the near side wall. A neutral ice is picked up by Jamison, who's got Giuliani on him right away. Giuliani puts some pressure on Jamo, gets it right back. His pass was deflected by the forward from Plymouth, Minnesota. Up ice, now come Madison. Lee into the offensive zone. Lee stick handles around near side for Kowezu. Kowezu takes it down the half wall before playing to the middle. Ruohonen sends it down. 45 seconds into the power play. Units 1 and 2 start to switch on for one another as Michaud starts from beneath the goal line. 10.5 to go. Period number 3. Caps trail by 3 in this one is Lee into the offensive end now. Lee near side for Barabanov as the Capitals try to get set up offensively here on the man advantage. Barnhill tries to clear up the near side. He gets it right back as the Caps will complete units 1 and 2 out for one another. It's dropped back. Michaud starts up ice. Michaud leaves back there for Diego Johnson. Barabanov out into the offensive zone now for the Caps. Barabanov drops back to the point. Michaud far side now Brink. Brink spins off of a stick check from Van Vliet. Gets it back up top for Michaud. 30 to go on the power play. Near side Barabanov looking for an option. Sticked up to the line for Michaud. Michaud looking for a feed down low. Barabanov. Barabanov tries to force it to the middle. Michaud holds on the Dubuque attempted clear. Down low Barabanov. Barabanov back up top for Michaud. Michaud's shot blocked along the way. Comes free to the Caps as Barabanov settles it down back up top for Michaud. 8 to go on the power play. Michaud gets it back. Near side Barabanov out front. A chance. No, it goes off the post. And the Capitals 0 for 2 on the power play here in this one. Good offensive chance there from the Capitals. As it looked like Aiden Long may have scored. He yells at himself as he goes to the bench. Capitals up ice back the other way. Deflected up and out of play for a whistle. 9:10 to go in the third period. Face-off upcoming at neutral ice. As Long sent it off the bar just moments ago. Mackey has some heavy pressure put on by Eulenkamp down low. The Capitals hustling after it. Mackey takes it up the far side wall now as it's taken away by the Caps down low. Mackey keeps his feet turning but loses it to Moline. Moline at neutral ice will play into the offensive zone. Capitals go touch up. 8:50 to go here in this third period. Of course, down the stretch of this game, nothing to lose in this one, right? So you might as well, if you're Madison down 3 in this game, pull the goaltender early if you have to up the wall. Therefore, Ty gets it back from Capel. Down low it goes. It'll be icing if it gets there. Klitschko, one of the linesmen, blows it dead. The Capitals don't like the call as Kostadinsky take his sweet time getting back for it. Kostadinsky, a tall defenseman for the Fighting Saints. Face-off in the offensive zone, upcoming for Madison to the right of goaltender Caleb Heil in goal. Capel and Spicer in the circle, 8.5 to go in this third period. Face-off one back, Moline plays up the wall. Dennis lets it go by him, and Eulenkamp has it settle on his stick. He'll send it down in deep as the Capitals go get a wholesale change. Bierman up the far side, Kostadinsky. There Van Vliet up ahead into the offensive zone now on the stick, that time of Spicer. Near side, sticked up ahead for Waterfield. Waterfield has some pressure put on him right away. Tried to get it up ahead for Nevers instead. It goes back for the defense, and Madison back on it at neutral ice, but they turn it over to Ian Scherzer on the far side. Van Vliet stick handles his way in. A shot and a goal from Van Vliet. Dubuque leads 5-1 with under 8 to go in this third period. What a play by Van Vliet. There's no other way to put it. Stick handles around Buckberger, gets it by the blocker of Heil. Capitals season on the ropes here. As a face-off will come back to center ice here in a moment. Mo and Ruohonen in the circle. Face-off won by Barron, sent down in deep. Heil back for the Caps as the first goal of period number 3 goes Dubuque's way. Big key in the locker room, I'm sure, was get the first goal if you're Madison. Is into the offensive zone. Lee sends it. Desiderio back for the Saints. Taken over there by Lee in the corner for a moment. Up the far side wall. Brink there for it out front. Lee, shot, kicked away. As up against the far side. Comes free. Barron up the wall. Barron through neutral ice. Poked off his stick. Bodied up into the wall by Brink. Kowasia on it for Madison. Up the near side. No one home for the Caps. But Brink will be the first one to it for either side as he throws a body instead of grabbing the puck. Desiderio right on top of him. As a shot back the other way, loses his stick to Austin Moline. Ruohonen wants a piece of Riker Lee as Kostadinsky sends it into the corner. Kostadinsky tied up against the wall, down low, Madison on it. Mason Moe looking for options, far side off the wall, icing on the Capitals. 6:56 to go in the third, 5-1 the score. A face-off in the defensive end upcoming. Face-off will be on the far side to the right of Heil in goal. Referee came over to say something to someone on the Capitals bench, and Andy Brandt doesn't like it. Face-off tied up. Shot that time from Merrill goes over the cage. Near side, Diego Johnson and Teddy Merrill get tangled up. Goes to the line. Angle shot deflected wide by Ekman. Cowan backtracks for Moline. Moline over to the near side for Kowasia. Kowasia starts up the wall for Johnson. And Johnson plays it right to a Fighting Saint player. And back inside the defensive zone, Barabanov grabs it from Kowasia. Barabanov loses it. Ekman on the far side. A shot saved. Rebound comes free. Merrill into the corner it goes, back beneath the goal line. Moline up the wall. Cowan chips it around. Kostadinsky was coming down the train tracks, and back the other way comes Ekman for the Saints. Ekman throws on the brakes, far side, shot goes wide. Near side picked up by Frank. Frank bodied up into the wall by Johnson. Madison able to chip it out towards neutral ice. Moline plays the body and it pops free for Cornforth. Shot ramps up high into the sky here in Middleton as it's chipped around a bit. Out the far side, it comes to Heil. Heil plays there for Jamison. Jamison up the wall with under 6 to go here in the third period. Madison trails in this one. Barabanov on the far side plays down low. Barabanov there for Mackey. Mackey bodied up into the wall by Aiden Long. Up the near side, Cornforth. Cornforth, far side, now Morello. Morello into the offensive zone, poking it around a bit, takes it beneath the goal line. Morello out front. Frank, shot goes off the side of the cage. As the Saints fans thought they had one here. Instead, it drops back in the corner. Rather, that was the glove of Sam Capel. That went back into the corner. The puck goes out to neutral ice. Stout plays down in deep. Bierman tried to slow it down. Is long on the near side, down low for Eulenkamp. Eulenkamp tied up against the wall. To his side work in the corner. 5:10 to go in this third period of play. Stout goes for a change. Is the Saints A-OK killing some time off in the corner as both teams trying to kick that one free. Long goes in to try to help in the corner as the puck eventually comes free to the far side. Long on it. Long looking for options. Plays it towards the goal. Deflected that time. Near side. Michaud picks up the miss. Michaud takes it beneath the goal line. Wraparound try. Saved by Bierman. 4:43 to go in the third. 5-1 the score. A face-off in the offensive zone upcoming for Madison. Scherzer, Nevers, and Ty out there for the Capitals. It'll be a face-off on the far side to the left of Bierman in goal. Scherzer and Merrill will be the two in the circle. Spicer looks like he's banged up on the bench for the Fighting Saints. As a face-off tied up, poked free by Dubuque up the wall. Van Vliet tries to get it around the defenseman in Brooks, and he does just that, but Michaud back for it in the defensive zone for Madison. Michaud starts up ice, looking for options, far side. Nevers unable to grab it. Nevers eventually does get it moving forward to Scherzer. Scherzer into the offensive zone, now down low, Ty. Ty to the middle, near side, Michaud pinches down. 4:18 to go in the third, 5-1 the score. Up against the wall, Merrill sends the player there for Madison and Brendan Ty. Ty to the line for Brooks. Brooks' shot deflected in. Nevers' shot kicked free by Bierman. Picked up in the corner by Merrill. Out at neutral ice now. Madison on it. Definitely could have been too many on the Capitals. Instead, it's Kostadinsky back inside the defensive zone. Starting back for the Saints. Far side, Cornforth. Cornforth plays down in deep. Under 4 to go in this third period. 5-1 the score. Up the near side. To a side work. Therefore, it out front. A shot from the Saints goes wide. Lee chips it up to neutral ice. Moe there for Madison. Tangled up, and the Saints play right back to neutral ice. Cornforth into the offensive zone. Leaves there. Morello near side. Down to the corner. Therefore, it Frank loses a wheel. Takes a dive in the process. No shock there as Brink into the offensive zone. Brink looking for options. Throws on the brakes. Leaves there for himself. Brink with a shot deflected. Near side for Lee. Lee towards the goal. Saved by Bierman. 3:11 to go in the third. 5-1 the score. Face off in the defensive end upcoming. A season where the Capitals put up the most wins and the most points in a single season in franchise history on the Brinks here. Capitals will take a timeout here. We'll take one with them. It's Capitals hockey on the Capitals Broadcast Network.
For 35 years, Ameriprint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriprinTapparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our team will get to work and make your custom products a reality. Ameriprint Apparel, your logos, done right, done local.
You want subs made with high-quality meats and cheeses? You go to Jersey Mike's. You want high-quality radio ideas? You go to me. Like this. I'm an astronaut on a mission to find water on the moon. But because I'm a genius, I realized that what humanity actually needs in space is high-quality meats and cheeses from Jersey Mike's. Now to figure out how to remove the helmet and eat the sub without my head exploding. Here goes nothing. Always high-quality meats and cheeses. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Net empty for Madison. 3:11 to go in the third, trailing 5-1 in this one. As a face-off will be on the near side to the right of Bierman in goal. Face-off tied up. One to the wall by the Capitals. Cowan and the Caps will need something here. Desiderio on the far side plays up the wall. Capitals retain up that far side. Up the near side. Up the far side, Capitals on it. Lee plays down into the corner. As the Capitals down low, a chance for Mo, goes to the line, Jamison. Jamison now down to Jet on the half wall. Jet down low for Cowan. Cowan out front, sits there for a moment, stick lifted. Cowan takes a hack at it. Jet Kawasha gloves it down. No hand pass is Desiderio up the far side. Lee tied up against the wall. To a side work on that far side. Jamison will hold for Madison. Cowan to Lee. Lee backdoor feed for Kawasha, a bit too far in front of him. Kawasha grabs it in the corner. 2:15 to go in the period. Caps need 4 here as it's shipped out to neutral ice. Madison back for it. Jamison up ahead for Lee into the offensive zone. Riker sends it towards the goal into the near side. Barabanov down for it. Barabanov up top. Jamison far side for Lee. Lee with under 2 to go. A shot deflected into the corner. Mo up the wall for Riker. Riker up top now. Jamison. Jamison near side. Barabanov. Barabanov trying to feed it down low for Diego. Instead it got in the way for Morello up the near side wall. Jamison holds in for Madison. Far side Riker. Riker toe drag shot. Ramps over the cage. Near side Barabanov holds for Madison. Down low it goes. Diego plays beneath the goal line for Cowan. Cowan up the wall. Now it's Jamison up top. Shot that time. Saved by Bierman. Minute 27 to go in the third. 5-1 the score. Face off on the near side to the right of Bierman in goal. Face off on the near side to the right of Bierman in net. Caps trail 5-1, extra attacker still on. Tied up in the circle. Long pushes it forward. Eulenkamp grabs it beneath the goal line after Bierman directed it that way. Capitals trying to play to the line. Held in at the line by Barabanov. A shot deflected in on Bierman, who holds for a whistle. 1:15 to go in the third. 5-1 the score. Most offensive chances Madison's had in a while. Wonder why. Face off on the near side to the right of Bierman in goal. Face off tied up. Played back to the line. Michaud down the wall, down into the corner it goes. Rung around where Brink is tied up by Teddy Merrill. Merrill tries to clear the zone. They play up ahead as Melvin Ekman was trying to get his first of the playoffs. The Capitals in the zone offside as Bierman's going to go for it. Deflected out to neutral ice. Madison on it there. Barabanov back into the offensive zone. Capitals don't touch up as Bierman goes for it again. Clearly not going to get to that one as he doesn't have enough oomph on that. As out at neutral ice, James Mackey pokes it along. Brink on the far side gets a stick up high. 4 minutes or 40 seconds to go. 4 minutes would be nice for Madison. That's about what they would need to get 4 goals here. On the near side, Barabanov on it. Barabanov on the near side, half wall, plays down into the corner. Up top now, Michaud. Michaud back to Barabanov on the half wall. Barabanov plays down low. Capitals not getting much towards goal here as James Mackey takes a hack at goal. Instead, it's Michaud on it. Michaud into the offensive zone. Poked off the stick of Mackey. Aaron plays up ahead. Melvin Ekman will take it in and will score with less than 10 seconds to go. The Saints are headed to the Eastern Conference Final. 6-1 they lead. As the Capitals season will come to an end here today. Excellent season for Madison, no way to put it. No other way to put it, but you just wonder if that overtime loss to Dubuque on April 11th goes a different direction. What happens there? As at neutral ice, they'll draw one back by the Capitals, and that will do it for tonight's action. Madison falls 6-1. Season ends. We appreciate everyone listening all season long here on the Capitals Broadcast Network as the Capitals down on the other end unable to do anything with it. I want to shout out our Rush Media crew, Alan Lang, the director, Curtis Barsness, the replay and video board, along with Bryce Barsness, the graphics and scorebook. Kyle Foxman, one of the camera operators, along with Mitchell McDowell, a camera operator here for our crew. Couldn't ask for much more out of our crew here that we have at Cap Ice. Sam Hawes, want to appreciate her for running our social medias during games all season long, as well as the Capitals season ends at home to the Dubuque Fighting Saints. As that'll do it for our coverage here on the Capitals Broadcast Network. Dubuque wins 6-1 as two teams shake hands at center ice. Couple of familiar faces will be seen by the Capitals going through the line. Kyle Osgun, a training camp player for this Capital squad, the E-Bug for the Fighting Saints. James Mackey, a player who played for the Capitals last season. Capitals fall in this one, though, as the Fighting Saints win 6-1 and will move on, I believe, to play the Muskegon Lumberjacks in the conference final. They'll host game one as the final score here in Middleton, 6-1. Thanks for joining us all season long from Madison Capitals. Drew Steele signing off.